What's up, y'all, man? No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world. And look who my guests are. I have Tom Cruise over here. You know what I'm saying? Look at this fucker. Pink, the dark-skinned Pinky, you know what I'm saying? Porn star.
And Dr. Evil.
And Dr. Evil. You really look like fucking Dr. Bro.
Yo, we can't even curse in 5 minutes.
Damn, you really look like Dr. Evil.
I'll be that.
Wow, that's what you get a lot, though?
That's apparently what the No Jumper audience has dubbed me. And I'm running with the moniker.
Have you started going down the rabbit hole now of the comment section? Don't.
The rabbit hole of the comment section.
Wow, bro.
Nah, ever since last week, they're starting to warm up to the boy a little bit. Feels good.
Yo, listen, ain't it crazy how like we just sort of paused and halted the conversation and acting like we just never said that these two will fuck a 18-year-old high schooler?
Whoa, that is not what was said at all.
You said you would pick up a 19-year-old senior from high school in carpool in a white rape van, homie.
No license plates.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Show starting off.
You're a sick bastard.
I said that
Dodge
my
Caravan.
19 years old. 19 years old, I can start dating them.
I heard you say 12 in the parking lot.
Yeah.
How did it start off? Give us some context. Give us some context. How did it start off?
I got this.
Flacco just said his favorite rapper was Mystical, all right? Like,
I never spoke to Danny Mullen in a parking lot to say 12.
Yeah, that's true. I made that up. But Flacco did say, and Lush, you pointed this out, it was rather arbitrary. He said he would have sex with a 19-year-old girl,
Yes.
but not an 18-year-old.
No.
They're both the two legal teen years. One isn't better than the other. Be a man and admit you'd fuck an 18-year-old, okay? That's all we want from you.
No way, because an 18-year-old is still in high school.
But a 19-year-old could have been held back a year. I went to high school with a girl that was 19. You get held back your senior year.
Imagine Flacco fucking your 18-year-old girl, your daughter with those thighs. Look at this nigga.
At that point, though, like the pussy
That's
is already
disrespectful.
seasoned.
You might have to kill this nigga, man.
It's like over-harvested, though, at 19.
Does she have those thighs too, though?
That's even worse.
That's a lot of friction right there.
That's even worse. Bro, that's even worse.
I'll be real, man. Not too many women can handle the thoughts, though.
Okay.
Do you are you losing penis length because of those thighs?
No, I'll be real, man. No, I feel like
You're getting to that point, Flacco. I know you want to be down like 70 pounds from where you are now. I think you're going to gain an inch or two back.
No, I feel like my penis actually got larger once my thighs, once I got bigger.
That's convenient.
The fatter you get, the smaller. Like my dick looks smaller than it used to because I'm fat right now. Like,
No,
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like
no, I feel like my 10 inches is probably like average big, right? But my superpowers come from my girth.
I just want to tell.
I'm girthy as a motherfucker.
Nobody,
so gaining the weight made my girth, expand some more.
I'm looking at the facial expressions of the staff here, and it is just a tidal wave of skepticism when you said 10 inches. All the girls were shaking. 10 inches, dude?
Again, like
Danny want to see that shit.
I want to see that shit, dude. I'm tired of you guys.
Wait, but where are you from?
Liberia, man.
Okay, there might be some credence.
How the fuck do you know?
I'm just saying.
Is that the big cock country in Africa, Liberia?
It sounds like it to me.
Okay, if you're from the Congo, you got an average one.
Well, no,
if you're from Nigeria, small.
No, listen, so
God.
like I'll break down how
Burkina
he's right.
Faso, they got, you feel me? That's a foot long right
Yeah,
there.
no, listen though.
Fato. Dude.
I'll break down how he's right though. So I'm Lorma, right? So if you know anything about the Lorma tribe, we kind of like derive from the Mandingo tribe, right? So our quote unquote founder, right? And he was actually like the son of a slave woman. So when he got older, he couldn't inherit nothing. So he kind of left and found his own tribe. So we are part Mandingo. So as you guys know anything about Mandingos, we got the larger penis ever.
We would say, get the fuck. This is verified. Since you like saying wild shit, I think black folks will call him the biggest Mandingo right here. So,
him?
Since you're sitting right here, we will really actually want to know, like, your views on him saying nigga or nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have? What are your views on that?
Now, Danny knows he's wrong for that, right?
I don't know, motherfucker. He's right here. That ain't me.
Now, would I use that to say Danny is a racist? I don't think. Again, just me personally, I don't think Danny is a racist based on our interaction. But he knows, you probably should not be saying nigger or nigger. right? But like, I don't think that he's a racist though.
I just want to say it's a fine line, and there are a lot of ways a man can stumble into saying the N-word. This is to my defense. For instance, the show notes are on screen right now. The first article, I almost read it aloud when you guys first popped it up. Man selling solar, accidentally saying, "Oh wow, there it is there with the 2 G's and all." Yeah, it says, and that is a booby. That is a white man booby trap. Okay, it's like you catch the bears with the claws.
Somebody brought that up before we went live. And
Yeah,
they weren't supposed to do that shit.
And I hope to God it wasn't Adam that wrote that, because you feel me.
There's going
She
to be.
raises her hand. I give her the topic.
Now Vashti is unconfirmed 50% Negro.
Unconfirmed.
Right?
No, but Danny, what would make you say, you know what? I'm gonna use this shit in a joke, and they might kill me, but fuck it. But I ain't racist. But I'm gonna just see where it takes me. Is it for money or is it just for the shock factor?
To be fair, it was prom night, and I yelled it out the window of a moving car. No, I'm joking. I don't want to retread on this too much because I've been pressed by Kiki on it. I got pressed by AD and House Phone hard on it.
Like basically, pressed like beat, like they wanted to whoop your ass or what?
Maybe. It's
Awkward
debatable.
energy.
It's debatable,
It's debatable because you know how to whoop ass.
Not really. I know.
Yes, you do.
I know a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but on some hard surface, if one of your homies shows up with a broken Heineken bottle, I'm in trouble. I know that a little bit of jiu-jitsu isn't going to save you in a lot of street scenarios. But the reason I said it,
Damn, one of your homies, that sounded hella racist. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm on thin ice right now, dude. I gotta be careful. I should probably just step off the pod for the rest of the episode. But the N-word thing, basically, it was a few years back, and we were doing some videos, and I said it a couple of times with supervision of a black man, which I think is important.
What type of fucking black man is this?
Irrelevant.
Well, he's an off-white black man, right? King Croc.
King Croc.
He's off-white.
Well,
So
Bayna.
What the fuck you mean? He's
I had a guy named
darker than
Bayna.
you.
You know, like again, like Croc is an off-white black man, right? Like he's not really like one of the quote-unquote homies.
He is dark. I mean, he is straight out of Nigeria. So that counts for something.
No, he's dark-skinned, but he's not a nigga. He's a black man, but he's not a nigga. If that makes sense.
But
right?
How do you identify, Flacco?
Me?
Why? Because he articulates himself well.
Huh?
Why? Because he articulates himself
basically,
well.
he plays video games.
I think
He's a
we're
nerd.
being genuinely dishonest if we are here saying that we don't know the absolute clear line between a black man and a nigga. We know. We absolutely know, T-Rob.
So, by that logic, a black man shouldn't be able to say that word. Only
Nah.
I'm pointing my finger, but
By that logic, yeah.
I feel like the word nigger should be off limits for anybody. For everybody.
I don't think
for you.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody.
He just said it.
It just sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah,
though.
no,
Like,
right?
It just sounds crazy. Like
Like-
but Danny, I mean, was it for a shock factor though? Like
a little bit, and like the context was like, so I don't say it anymore. I realize it's hurtful. I don't like the negative attention I get from it, and it never made me feel better. It was important to me to be able to say that word. I don't feel like my free speech is being trampled on, but I think you have to acknowledge, of course, that there are different contexts somebody can use that word in. In art, for instance, like watch a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like, should Quentin Tarantino be crucified because it's in his script?
Then again, Quentin Tarantino for sure has a fetish with saying that word.
Maybe, yeah.
And it really pushes the line. Like
He made himself the actor in Pulp Fiction just so
Yeah.
he could say it a bunch.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
I haven't gone that far.
It's like Oliver Stone with his Asian fetish. It's like the same thing, but just in a
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Oliver Stone and him and I have that in common. Then we'd like to.
How do you feel about that? I mean, have you ever been in that that situation where you feel like you get to say that, Lush?
I mean, it depends on who I'm around, to be honest with you. And like at this age, I choose not to say it, but growing up predominantly around black and brown people.
You said it
and
before,
like,
Lush.
yeah, of course. Like,
He says it right now.
No, he's honest.
It's in your community. It's in your vocabulary.
I'm not going to say it's not in my lexicon, but I don't use it. Like I really, as a 40-year-old, because here's the thing. I don't want to have to switch code to the point where if I'm walking down the street and I happen to say something and there's like, older black people that were there during segregation happen to overhear it. And even if I'm saying it with good intentions or like I'm one of the guys or whatever, that still like could be hurtful. And I don't want to be the source of that pain for anybody.
So, are any of your family members racist, or does it make you uncomfortable if they say that word out loud?
No. My parents we actually my crew and I wanted to play a game. We thought about doing this where we would hide GoPros all over our family homes, go back home, and try to see how many racial slurs we could let out in front of our parents before they were like, what the fuck are you doing right now? What are you saying? And we all bet on how many words would be let go before our parents would speak up. I think my parents would chime in after one or two. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? So my parents would allow 2 racial slurs before they checked me, if that answers your question.
Okay.
But then there's some guys in my crew who might be able to get out like 14 because they grew up, I don't know, in a southern state.
Who? Like Leo?
Leo's dad is a conservative Italian guy who's got a good heart, but he's a conservative dude, like in his 70s.
Wait, Leo's not Latino?
He's Italian / Colombian / Argentinian.
Okay,
he's got a little bit of that.
So he is, yeah.
Yeah, but like he still can't say that word though, right?
No, but I was just surprised to hear about.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
You know, and I understand the whole racist Italian thing. My family's Italian,
Yeah.
but they're not like that. They're like outcast Italians that moved to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and I feel like also, I'm Lush, I think the way you put it's totally good. And with my comedy in general nowadays, I don't really like making people feel bad, either out in public while doing a bit, or I don't want any segment of my audience to feel bad or put down based on something I did. So I'm moving in a little bit more mature direction, I think.
Yeah.
But I think just because like when you're chilling with your friends, you probably say like FAGG, like
me? No.
Yeah, like the people do that.
No. Absolutely not.
I mean,
I do not say no gay slurs in private. I do not.
Just taking one look at you, I find that hard to believe.
He said,
absolutely
not me. Yeah.
No, right here, bro. A question for you. So how pleasant was it to finally go to the Black Cookout with AD? Right?
Well, I didn't go down to Compton with him, if that's what you're talking about. No, we didn't go, dude.
Y'all canceled it?
He said the streets was hot.
The streets are definitely hot.
That's what he said,
Oh,
dude.
man. Did AD say the streets was hot?
That's
If
what
I
he said,
wouldn't have
dude.
seen that interview, I'd have been like, oh, Danny Mullen's a bitch. I would have got in here like, fuck Danny Mullen. But I definitely, I am a good judge of character. I understand what AD was saying. I'm like,
The streets were too hot.
And of course, not to make it in, I'm not trying to make it in, but I've said a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it G with y'all. I still say crazy shit sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
like
a
off
bundle
camera?
out here.
Yeah, off camera, I still probably say some crazy shit. But
I see
one
with your
time,
friends though, so that's not really like.
but you know what? One day,
Right.
I thought it was real funny. I used to say white trash a lot. I
I
didn't know that was derogatory.
It's not. It's not.
So they told me it was really derogatory.
I'm all in favor of any white slurs being used.
It's the best, dude.
Like how many-
anti-German slurs, anti-Irish, love them,
Let's
dude.
go.
It's the best.
Let's
Not,
go.
whoa. Not the anti-German slurs, you feel me? Because they'll get you out of here quickly.
Shit-eating Krauts, better try.
They'll get you out of here quickly.
My take on Danny's comedy is that you're not edgy for the sake of being edgy.
I used to be,
But like,
I used to be for sure.
at least in the past,
You're right. Yeah.
like most of the content of yours that I've digested, it's funny. You're pushing the boundaries. You're going, and you went to San Francisco to a safe injection site with all these like fentanyl addicts, and he's like, "Let's get drunk."
Yeah.
He's getting drunk, and his homie's talking about, "I'm a sex addict." Like and I'm a drug addict. I'm a recovered drug addict.
Oh,
Like,
really?
That's
What?
just
Crack,
funny.
meth, weed, what?
Cock.
Where's it at?
No,
Where?
just like-
You got some? You got some? Where?
Wait,
Talk to me after.
Was you like really like meth, cocaine?
I was a drug addict. Yes.
Like,
Like,
what's
what
like-
type of drugs though?
I was a garbage can head. I was addicted to everything at one point.
Not no crack, man. You wasn't on no crack,
I wasn't
man.
addicted to crack, but I've definitely.
You was indulging in the crack lash?
Bro, have you seen my teeth before, bro? I've definitely smoked crack.
Hey, oh man.
Yo, Lush, your teeth are still fucked up. Let's just get that out the way. Like,
Hey, I'm
that
going.
is crazy. You crack.
I'm going to the dentist next week.
Lush, how did crack make you feel? Please break it down for me, because I've always said that crack is the best drug ever.
You have a problem, dog.
How is crack? Break it down for me.
Crack is dope.
Crack is dope.
You hear that, kids?
It's absolutely delicious.
No, like, was crack the best high? Did it give you euphoria? Let us know the
It
experience
wasn't
of
mushroom.
crack.
It wasn't mushrooms.
You get that ring, but my problem with it, and I think that the biggest pitfall, and really what makes it so addictive,
right?
is it goes really quick. It comes and goes really quick. Like you get a rush of euphoria that is incredible, but then it's gone and you want to chase that. And then it becomes like a perpetual quest to get that feeling again, and you can't. And it's like, it's a crackhead's life is probably the most frustrating thing in the world, you know, as a result.
That's why I hate Coke too, for that reason.
Yeah, well, it's like Coke on steroids.
Yeah,
it's crack.
And then if you shoot crack, you can liquefy and shoot crack.
Yeah, like most heroin addicts shoot their dope with Coke and or crack.
Yeah.
So you had a problem with drugs too?
No, I did the typical white boy thing in his mid-20s, living in a big city where, like, when you're out chasing pussy, you do some bumps in the bathroom, hit a couple lines.
Coke?
Yeah, but I always hated Coke because once you start the night off with Coke, you're going to the bathroom every 15 minutes.
Oh, sure.
And when you're just drunk and you're buzzing and having a good time, your happiness is a flat line all night, but you can feel those dips in your happiness, and it's panic inducing when you do blow, when you start to come down.
Yeah.
When you don't have that next line to do. And
unfortunately,
I didn't like that.
all that shit's cut with fentanyl now, and people shouldn't really fuck around with any of it. So I stopped at the right time. But the thing is, like what he said about Coke is true, and that's why like meth lasts longer and is amazing until the shadow people start coming out, and then
What the fuck is the shadow?
the shadow people show up after you've been awake for 3 days, bro.
Oh, damn.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. So how do you actually take meth? Do you smoke it, or are you?
You can smoke it, you can
You
snort
inject
it.
it,
No,
right?
I've never played with needles in my life.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the shadow people? Are they
Yeah.
peaceful? Are they kind?
No, they're demonic. They're like it's vivid hallucinations which personify themselves as like demons essentially, and like it's paranoia in a visual form is the best way I could describe it.
What's the worst thing a shadow person has told you to do?
So the most fucked up thing, and this is like, it was a crazy night because it was the day that Nipsey died, and the day Nipsey died, SIP Nip. I had been awake already for 2 days. I was on a sick one already, and then
What's a sick one?
a sick one. You're on a sick one.
Oh
Like,
shit, dude. Yeah.
And then then like me and the homie mobbed over like to pay our respects and shit. And then I came back and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I wanted to go to sleep. I popped a Xanax to try to go to sleep. I laid down in bed, and then I started to, this is like one of the scariest moments of my life, to be honest with you. Like I saw what looked like the fetus of a devil. It was like a devil fetus, but with like a long tail. And it looked kind of like
Put my phone in my pocket.
like a pterodactyl dinosaur fetus.
Amazing.
And he was like, and he sounded like an essay rapper. He sounded like Kid Frost rapping.
Like Duno.
Yeah, like Loki, but like rapping. And he like, and like in my hood, we have this word for meth. We call it gander, because you like go on a gander. You know what I mean? Like, and like the demon basically told me his name was Gander. And then I started to think about all my homies over the years, because I didn't realize that I was like strung out on meth. I thought that I was just, dabbling and doing, and then I was like, and then I was like thinking about all the homies who were like homeless now and whose lives have gotten completely destroyed by this drug. And I was like, oh, and then he's like, gotcha. You know what I mean? Like he like snatched my soul at that moment. And it's one of the most terrifying
So you have
things.
no soul right now.
I think I've gotten parts of it back, but
Why do
I'm
you-
kind of like I'm half of Ice Spice right now.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm Spice Ice, like Bossa Nova.
Why do you feel like half of your soul is gone?
Because the
No,
Mexican
I
devil
gen-
fetus took it.
I mean,
I genuinely.
Hey, Holmes, I need your soul.
Let me reword that question.
fuck
Give me
you, devil.
flashbacks, bro. Let's give
But
me
like,
flashbacks.
I need your soul.
like, how did you feel like part of your soul was coming back?
Well, because I live this rigorously honest life based on spiritual principles of sobriety, and I've turned my entire life around. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I still have a lot of issues, but like things have changed quite a bit. But right after that happened,
What's the deal, bro?
T-Rail, we have the live show and they wanted us to call you. Shut the fuck up!
What's the deal? Sonny go in the building.
You want to hear him or not?
What's the deal, man?
Shut the fuck up!
Y'all interrupted us talking
What
about
kind of
crack.
live show? Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh, we're getting back into that. We were just talking about crack, guys.
But yo, isn't it crazy though, right? So again, from like your perspective, right? Meth and crack is way worse than coke, right?
I would say so, absolutely.
So then would you say that like black people are out of their minds for crying about crack getting more time than coke?
No, what the fuck are you talking about? That's one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard before, especially because those laws were created specifically to target black people and get them incarcerated and give them football numbers. You feel me? Like,
I don't think Danny gives a fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Yeah, this is boring me. You guys want to talk about skateboarding? What, racial justice?
nah, but
Crack versus-
right after that happened though, like that story, I wound up hitting my bong. Like I went to the kitchen to hit my bong, and then I fucking dropped it. Like I passed out standing up, dropped my bong, and like landed on top of it. And you know, have you ever been like super drunk and you lay down on like the bathroom floor and it feels so good? You're like, because you're like hot and sweaty, and like when you're on the floor, it's like cold. You're like, oh, this
a couple times.
And so I didn't want to move. And then my homie like comes in the room and he's like, hey, like you gotta get up. I was like, no, like I'm comfortable here. This is where I want to be at. He's like, there's a fucking shard of glass from your bong, a quarter of an inch from your fucking lungs. It's like right by your rib cage. So yeah, you have to get up. And if you roll over, you're gonna die. And I was like, for sure.
You couldn't have just moved the glass and let you sleep?
You know, like the little pieces of glass.
Oh,
that
sure.
This is probably one of the most unorthodox podcasts ever. We starting off here with crack and nigger at the same time.
We did.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is wild as fuck.
That's a combo, dude. That's a
God, would you ever like indulge back into it though?
Dog, I'm sober. What the fuck? By the grace of God, I am sober another day. I hope.
So there's nothing nobody can do to get you to smoke some crack again.
Absolutely not. I won't even. I don't even smoke weed.
Not even meth.
I'll be real though.
I don't do drugs.
I'm trying to do.
Did you say not even meth?
I wouldn't be if I was still
I do
doing
meth still. I mean, come on.
If I was
sober,
still
I'm not
doing
a pussy.
drugs, I wouldn't be over here. There's no way I could have got in this position that anything good happened for me.
So like, okay, so I'm trying drugs for the first time live stream, right? It's gonna be weed at first, right? So like, you wouldn't, do the weed with
For
me?
the sake of Flacco smoking
You
weed
feel
on a
me?
live stream? Nah, bro.
Dude, he'll
sorry.
get some good
But
donuts
I
if you do
support
with
your.
Yeah,
See,
man.
there you go. You tapping into what Danny does for shock factor. You finna go ahead and be a crackhead for the first
No,
time.
weed,
What if
no,
you start?
weed,
But
just
what if
weed.
you get addicted, dog?
To weed?
And then you come in here 160 pounds. You be my weight. I'm gonna be worried about you.
Yo, if you want to
I'll
lose
go with
weight
bigger.
quick, that
weed? Or
meth,
crack?
that
Meth?
meth will do it to you, boy.
I don't know. No. Like, I feel like meth is probably not the route that I'll go. I'll go
Come
crack
on,
before
dude.
meth.
Dude, how serious are you about your weight loss goals, man?
No, yo, I heard that cocaine make you lose weight too.
He's an old soul. He prefers crack to
Right?
meth.
Yeah, of course.
Because meth has
so
found
fuck
its
my
way into
work.
the hood now. Like meth, it used to be like strictly a hillbilly thing, and now a white trash thing. As my man,
Are you gun ho Trump like Flacco is?
No,
I'm not gonna hold Trump.
I
Who's
used to
gonna hold
be.
Trump?
You are gun ho Trump.
No.
Fuck out of here.
I prefer people like Trump over white liberals. Yes, of course, absolutely, right. But I'm not no gun ho Trump.
What's
Yeah.
your views?
Yeah.
I used to like Trump more the less I knew about politics. I still think he's fucking hilarious. And I think people who act like he was measurably hurting people's lives are exaggerating. Like, I don't know anybody whose life changed in a negative way because Donald Trump was president. Your stock values went up a little bit more. That's about it. But I also realized that the way the world works now, having him in office for another 4 years would make shit pretty crazy and would make life stressful and would make me not be able to get along with the population of Los Angeles even more than I don't get along with them now. Because white liberal people can't fucking take it when Trump's around.
They suck.
And that's annoying.
But why is that? Like, what the fuck?
Why do they suck?
What hints was Trump giving them for them to act like that, act out like that? I don't get it.
No, right? So white liberals, they like invent the devil every 4 years for black people, right? So, like, for example, there's always a devil for them, right? Now, they want to tell us who the devil is and why it's bad, right? So I feel like for Trump, it wasn't even like they hated Trump. It's just they just needed a devil to make sure that black folks vote for him and fall in line the next time around. You know?
Sure. And they're already working on making that Ron DeSantis. Now the lines in the newspaper are, he's Trump, but smart, which makes him even more dangerous.
You fucking lying.
I mean, they made Larry Elder.
Facts.
They made Larry Elder, who was trying to unseat Gavin Newsom as the governor of California. He's a black guy. There was a newspaper headline that called him the black face of white supremacy. So they'll do it to fucking any prominent Republican who has a chance of winning office. They, as Flacco said, I've never heard it put that way before, but it's very true. They'll make him the devil to minorities and trans people and gay people.
Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, it never fails, yo. There's always a devil every 4 years. Trust me. Like, probably in the next 4 years, there's going to be somebody, man.
You don't think they're all devils?
Who, white people?
I mean,
We are.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, man.
Hey, I've spoke to Gander before, all right?
Yeah, Gander. Well, Gander was a child still, but when he grows up,
maybe I do meth and the little white devil will tell me. I don't know. You feel me?
well,
tell me the truth.
He was Latino. Actually.
He was.
Oh, he was Latino. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
He was Latino.
He was.
Why didn't he put away? He just told you he was Latino.
No,
He spoke to you.
he was like there was like a Cholo rap song playing in the background.
Oh, he just assumed.
Like I
What-
assumed his race. Most of my friends that went that route happened to be Mexican as well. So
Oh, okay.
What?
and like I'm
Oh.
from like a Mexican neighborhood and shit. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, wait. So, like, you're from LA, or where are you from?
Born and raised
Gotcha.
West
Gotcha.
LA.
I
Clemson Street.
never knew that.
And now the swag and everything makes sense.
I thought both of you guys were from New York. You in disaster.
Don't ever fucking disrespect me like that again in your life.
Lush, where in West LA? Because West LA is nice.
I'm from Clemson Street, which is Baldwin Hills area.
Okay, that's where my old house used to be.
Yeah.
That used to be bad. Though. That used to be a rough
Jefferson
area.
and La Cienega.
First of all, you're from Baldwin Hills,
I used to be from Baldwin. Not from. I lived there.
where you
for 4 years.
lived there.
Yes.
in Baldwin Hills.
Yes, I lived
Really?
on like right off West Adams and Blackwelder area over there. And
That's
I heard that used to be really
Well,
bad.
that's like right. That's like.
So when did you get out of there? Because you're from the ghetto.
I am from the ghetto, man. I had to
You're
bust my gat, dude.
You definitely from the ghetto,
I had to
dog.
sell crack.
What the fuck?
Really?
To lunch.
Dude, I would freestyle.
Why do you think we get along so well? It's my old connect.
I sold this guy all the drugs he was addicted to.
Don't you see the fucking coat, bro?
I
The
see
fuck?
it, man.
That's-
Yeah, he came here.
I bought that coat. I bought
He came
that
here
coat.
real fucking player.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know how I got this coat? Pimping and pushing, baby. Pimping and pushing. I don't even know what pushing is. What's pushing?
He's pushing P.
Man, tell us about
is
some
that
of the vlogs you got coming up, man. Because you was telling me, it was some real interesting stories you had. Some vlogs. You just came from up north.
Yeah, I came from up
think.
north. I wanted to go do a serious documentary on my high school class like 14 years after graduation. Because I've got this theory that a lot of us were still working to impress the people we knew when we were younger, like the first girlfriend who dumped you, like all the cool kids at your high school. Because as you get older, your social circle shrinks and you have less people that judge you. And so you just make people up whose opinion matters to you. And I wanted to go back and see what these fucking people who I remember being so cool, what they're doing today. And so I went back, like one guy's a busboy who can't get through his shift without getting blacked out drunk. Like one dude's in a fucking metal band.
Okay.
One chick is a single mom who works at a hardware store who lives on a ranch. And I went out and like for her son's 5th birthday. And I went out and like played dad and shit for the video and like threw a football with him and like got him pizza. So I just went out and reconnected with all these people whose lives are in like various states.
You're from
of
Sac, right?
disrepair. Yeah.
Yeah. What part of Sac?
Orangeville.
Oh, you're from where the the what's it called? What's the venue that's there?
The boardwalk.
The boardwalk.
Yeah.
The boardwalk. Yeah, I've done hella shows there back in the day.
Yeah, the board is exact 5 minutes from where I grew up.
So Orangeville, to give a little bit
It's
of
hood,
context,
dude. It's fucking
it's hood, but
hood.
it's like white hood, low key. It's like there's definitely people that say the hard R out there.
Oh, like the trailer park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Roseville, Orangeville.
Yes.
Like that's
It's super white trash. Absolutely. There are genuine, a couple times when I was younger, stampedes of cows just went down my street.
Really?
Just cows got
You think
loose.
you're white trash?
No, not me personally. A lot of my neighbors were, but I mean, my mom was a teacher and my dad was a judge, so we had like a good upper middle
Your
class
mom was
income.
a teacher and your dad was a judge?
Special ed teacher, so I can make retard jokes.
And your dad was a judge?
Yeah.
So what was you doing in the hood?
Fucking
No, but that was-
gangsta,
but
baby. It's
like,
my life.
You were like definitely on the the upper echelon of affluence for Orangevale.
Yes, and I was joking about it being the hood. I was sort of joking. It is.
It's kind of janky, dude.
It's a little janky.
Wait, Baldwin Hills, right? I think you said you was in there too.
I moved there.
He lived there.
I moved there.
Yeah.
So what? Like what?
As an adult, he probably
and
moved
that
there.
lost his job, or you just moved there as an adult?
No. I moved away out of my dad's house as a boy should do when he reaches a certain age.
Got you.
And I decided to fend for myself.
Got you.
But
But wait. So one question for you though.
Yeah.
So when you go to jail, do you go?
Who do I run with?
Yes.
Who do I run with?
Yes. Do you run with the white people and fuck niggas up, or do you run with the niggas since you?
Oh,
or you run with the lady boys and
Since you do
satisfy
say the
both.
N-word.
So, no, I don't say the N-word, first of all. Creating this narrative, bro.
You said you did that
No,
shit,
no.
dog. We running with that shit.
What I said is it's been in my lexicon, all right?
Okay.
Let's keep it a stack, all right?
Okay.
But I'm just getting distracted by Ice Spice's hair down here. My bad.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
I'm from a Mexican hood, so
So-
I'm supposed to
Run
run
with the
South
Mexican.
Side. I'm supposed to, but it'd be a lot easier to just run with the whites and not have to like do rutina every day and fucking do all that shit.
Wait, but who do you run with though? Because I think you've been in jail, right?
Yeah,
So who did you run with when you went to
the
jail?
Mexicans.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm shocked, but damn.
Yeah,
What's your
Damn,
last
what's
name?
the-
Hyams.
Hyams, your last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, like,
is
so
that
what's-
Mexican? Does that check out? I don't know what that
Fuck
I don't know
no,
what
that's
that
not
is.
no fucking.
Is that
check it out.
Jewish? What is
when
that?
Eastern European.
Okay.
But once you get there, like, what's the the initiation, like,
I mean, am I gonna put all that on blast? Basically, you gotta once you hit the tier, you gotta announce your arrival. You know how it goes. Like
don't point at me.
You know how it goes.
You
gotta announce.
Hold on. Don't point at me. Hold on. I just want to know because
If he
you
ain't been
gotta.
to jail, his partners for sure.
You got. Hey,
like
I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
Me.
Shout out to Smack, man. He's the funniest nigga on the planet.
And that's my homie. Shout out my boy Smack. You ever been to jail?
I've been in the drunk tank. It's about as extreme as it's gotten for me. For a
Oh,
little-
just the station.
just the station.
So you ran with the whites in the drunk tank.
Yeah, I did have to pair off actually. I was this close to getting a swastika tattoo, but
It
they
was
let me
looking
out.
like Oz real quick in there.
Yeah, dude, I fucking thought I was gonna have to do what I had to do to survive.
Like all that shit you do, and then you run into your boy, which is one of the blackest niggas, you know what I'm saying, out here. He's like fucking 6'4". He looks just like him, 6'4". Like they
Croc?
calling you a racist. Yeah, King Croc. He calling you a racist, but you run into him. It's just almost like what do they call that skateboarder? Him and his guy, Robin Big. It's
R.I.P.
just-
Big.
It's
Yeah.
just like that. Like,
That was a great show.
Yeah, how did
King
you
Croc
run
went
into
to jail
Croc?
too, by the way, and he ran to jails.
Who?
King Croc.
He ran what jail?
And he was in LA County, I heard, man.
He got packed out though.
But listen, man. Croc
He had to
told me-
roll it up.
That's
Croc
a
told
joke.
me-
He gets so mad when I say
Man,
that.
hey, he went to that bitch, and some nigga like took like his, I don't know, listen, like Pop-Tart or whatever niggas eat in jail. And he said, yo, that was my shit. Sorry. You listen, your Croc ran that bitch, man.
That's crazy, dog. Like, and you say he gets mad at you when he say he gets packed out. You know?
Yeah, because so he said packed out means to get like jumped.
Right.
And weird's like packed out. That means you got fucking raped, bro. And we know you got packed out. And so because King Croc's like, he's the best dude, but he's worried about his masculine image. So whenever we imply he does gay stuff, either by choice or by force, like, you know, in jail,
Do you know how
he
much
gets
you
real
gotta
insecure.
fuck up to get raped in LA County jail?
Pretty
Like,
bad,
You
huh?
have to try. Like that's not.
You gotta try
I
to
can see
get
King
raped.
Croc
Yeah,
doing
it's
it.
not on
That
that.
is
time.
crazy.
You have
Hey,
to,
man,
you
rape
have to
me.
fuck up really bad.
Pause.
What?
That
Rape
shit,
me.
That shit don't be going on like that. It's not.
Yo.
Rapes in county are not common like that.
Yo, listen though, but speaking of gay shit though, apparently these niggas, right? They like pull down their pants and showed each other their dicks so like they can confirm who got a big dick. And then listen, they got Croc to get naked, right? So one of their homeboys can paint Croc BBC naked, bro. These niggas be on that type shit.
Wait, what? What's the last part?
So
Paint him
he's
babies?
not a nigga. I get you. That is not nigga shit.
Croc just lost his black
but-
card. Now, that's what he's worried. That's what Croc's worried about.
man.
No, but
that
isn't
reaction in particular.
But isn't that like
Croc.
a part of skateboard culture to a degree? Like,
To show each other's dicks in a circle?
so just like that
What?
type of.
So, just the background, I'm not part of skateboard culture. A couple nights ago, we had a text like, oh, yeah, this is the group chat for Tuesday's show. Danny Mullen's going to be on it. One of you guys responded, who the fuck is Danny Mullen?
That's me.
Thanks, Drew. I appreciate that. Which was very unwelcoming. So I just responded jokingly, I'm a pro skater.
Yeah.
It's not true.
You can skate, though.
I got to pop shove it.
Yeah.
All white people can.
That's good.
We can. It's like all black people can play bass. White people can. We got some kick
Yeah,
flips.
man. So
Let's get on some fucking rap culture. Because speaking of rape, we got my boy Mystical. You
Oh,
feel
yeah.
me? Who is being charged with rape for like the 19th time. And this time, allegedly, he made the girl pray before he actually did what he had to do.
He's a
Do you
J-Cat.
believe that though?
Do I actually believe that? I'm not going to put him out there, but he's been to jail multiple times for the same fucking charge. So you let me know.
No, again, the rape part I can probably get down with, but the praying before I rape you, that just seems like some outlandish.
It's so
Let me
outlandish.
add some sauce to my victim story. You feel me, right? Cause that,
No, why would?
I mean, she not suing.
why,
Because
why
that
would
sounds some
she?
wild shit.
Why would she make that up? How does that even make sense? Like that's.
Let me
so,
add some razzle dazzle to like my whole like victim story, bro. Because I don't think no sick motherfucker is saying pray before I rape you. That's crazy.
Well, there's no sense she goes to hell over it. You know, just covering his bases, man.
Yo, you a fucked up nigga.
So
you a fucked up nigga.
I think the logic behind it is Mystical was asking her to pray. Apparently, this is what I read, so she could be cleansed. So this fool's so out of his fucking skull. He's like, you need to repent before I have sex with you,
So
or
he was
before I
high?
rape you. I know he's just out of his fucking mind, dude. Like he
was insane.
He's mentally ill, bro. Like
So wait.
This
Let's
is
just
so-
acknowledge. Wait, let's just acknowledge what just happened though. Within 15 seconds, we just gave him a like insanity plea.
I mean,
Come on.
I
it's
mean,
funny you said that. I was thinking the
it's,
same thing.
it's so
Yeah.
funny for me just sitting here, you know, and Danny being so confused. He don't have an idea who the fuck Mystical is.
He sounds like a nice fellow.
You never heard shake your ass?
No.
That could be any number of hip hop songs ever.
Danger!
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that song from
I
like?
know.
Yeah, he's not a currently relevant rapper.
Okay.
He's a legendary rapper from the South.
The nigga right here.
Yeah.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah,
low
I mean,
key.
just a little bit, you know, a little bit more ratchet.
Okay. Well,
and we're shocked that nigga raped somebody.
yeah.
Multiple people at this point.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
Snoop bailed him out one time. I don't know if Master P got him out one
He
time.
did time
like,
for it.
He did time for some shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, then he
did like 9 years
He
or
got
some
out
shit.
and then
Like, yeah.
he does it again. Like, what is
Yeah.
the thing with raping? I don't understand.
You know what- you know
can go buy some pussy.
Yeah.
Here's the weirdest thing about like the whole Mystical thing to me is I know a bitch that fucked Mystical willingly and a white chick and she's not like a BBL like video hoe white chick or
She's
anything.
fat?
She's a little bit chunky but not really.
A BBW.
Not even like she's like just she looks like a rocker chick or some shit. She's
What?
not even in the genre of like fucking with dudes like that. And then she approached him at a show and he's like she said he was so taken aback that like he's like I don't get approached by girls like you. Took her back to the spot. Took her to Pound Town, and she said he was like hella respectful the whole time. Like he was like wanted to hit it from the back, and she's like, "No, I don't do that," on some weird shit. And he wasn't tripping. I was like, this really doesn't coincide with like the rape narrative at all. But apparently, he's a piece of shit rapist.
How many times has he been accused of sexual assault? and
Way
gone to-
too many times for it not to be true.
And it's really, if you're going to trial, that's the separator. I'm not saying that everybody who goes to trial,
Bro, he
of
did
course,
time
is guilty.
for rape. And
Yeah.
you know what happened? Like the first charge that he got, like what had happened was, you see, what had happened was apparently it was his hair, like his stylist, his like hairdresser or whatever, and she was like had stolen money. She'd embezzled a bunch of like 20 or 40,000, like a lot of money from him, and then like as a form of punishment on some like sadistic shit, raped her.
Woo!
Yeah,
Yeah, I have no comment on that.
he's a
approach to
sick
accounting.
fuck, bro.
That's crazy. Wait, so she stole how much again?
Like racks.
Is that relevant, Flacco?
No.
Is that irrelevant?
No. No.
Would you ever take
If
your
she's
jokes?
19, he'll fuck. If she extorts, if she steals 10 racks, he'll rape.
Do it to make
Like,
sure, right?
20 plus.
Right?
20 plus, Rex.
Their rape is wrong. I just hope they're both in jail right now.
The girl who prayed and got raped?
No.
Okay.
No, the one who stole.
Well, yeah.
stole a couple
Oh, yeah.
$100,000.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, they're both wrong for that, but I think one weighs
Oh
outweighs the
yeah.
other.
Rape is definitely
significantly.
worse than theft.
I mean, rape is not is unacceptable, and then molestation charges is unacceptable.
You a
But,
J-Cat.
it just as far as putting, child pornography and all of that shit, just fucking with child shit in your art, as far as acting, comedy, and shit like that. Would you ever go as far as to do that? Because they're canceling a lot of motherfuckers for this shit.
When you say put child porn into my art,
Yeah. What was that young lady name who just got this?
Tiffany
Tiffany
Haddish.
Haddish.
Aries Spears.
Yeah, and Aries Spears.
I don't feel like that was child porn though.
I didn't see
It was
it.
even if it was crossing the line.
It
Would you
also
even
wasn't
would you
funny.
even cross that line to even think that was funny?
So, and I heard now that the lawsuit has been retracted and there's been an apology. So I think that's been overblown. I didn't see the tape. Lush, it sounds like you did. I think though in 2015 or 2014 when they did it was a much different time and comedians felt a lot bolder. And because there weren't repercussions for a lot of jokes across the board, child rape jokes, gay jokes, trans jokes, black jokes. I think if you're just trying to be funny and you fuck up, I think everybody should get a second chance for that.
I know what's crazy though, right? Is we don't speak on, so there were a bunch of corporate producers, right, who were responsible for the movie's Cuties. How was that able to get past? They were able to make millions and enjoy themselves, and then the niggas do some shit with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Now the niggas get canceled, lose their jobs. Come on, bro.
I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. I hear what you're saying.
You feel me?
I do. But
Right? How come the people from Cuties ain't lose their job, ain't lose their careers, but the niggas lost everything?
So I never saw the movie Cuties, but from what I understand about it, it wasn't of an exploitational nature like that. The problem with it was the artwork that they chose for the cover made it kind of look that way.
Yeah, because where do you draw the line?
I did watch it, right? Again. And that movie was sick, but there was fucking 12-year-olds twerking in fucking booty shorts and shit.
Really?
Then why were your
bro.
pants down when you watched it?
Right? Right? It's the same shit, yo. There ain't no difference, bro. It's the same shit. But one is acceptable and the other you lose your job for it.
Yeah.
But that white people right now get canceled.
No, we don't. Fucking white people don't get fucking canceled.
White people get fucked over too. Now, if you're black, you got a little bit of immunity against cancellation. Think about all the hip hop guys who have come out on stage and done horrible homophobic rants and shit, and they're good. And I'm not saying I'm for
what
cancellation.
about what happened to Nick Cannon when he mentioned Jews? It was all biz ad.
That's true, and I thought that was way overblown.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. It sounded like he just read a book he didn't quite understand and was just repeating what he heard. You should have the right to do that.
But name a rapper that said some homophobic shit and didn't get canceled, other than DaBaby.
Boosie?
In his raps right now,
But
and didn't get canceled.
Boosie. But the thing about Boosie is he's not on a corporate level. You know what I mean? Boosie's the voice of the streets. You know what I mean? So he gets revered in that, and that's not going to affect him in that context. But could he get a?
It's your audience, right?
Right.
Yeah. For example, Danny Mullen. You probably have an audience to where certain shit you can't get canceled for. But once you grow and your audience is some sissies and you feel me? They can get you the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, once you reach a certain level, Jimmy Kimmel just got canceled for doing a bit where he'll just lay on the ground while a black woman gave an acceptance speech.
Did you think that was funny?
He got canceled by the Shade Room comments and Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
We got to be clear who's canceling you. Just because Twitter gets really mad at you for a week doesn't really mean you're canceled.
But Twitter and the Shade Room and those comments really will affect your career. To where when they start going to those corporate companies and they start calling, those people start fucking listening. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because they start swaying the opinion. So you gotta fucking really believe in that shit. You have to. You better walk on that thin line because he actually apologized on his show for that shit.
And
those
that's
comments.
crazy, right? Just laying down because he was drunk as fuck. He just laid down and you feel me, and was just there. But
It didn't bother me. I mean, but stand
Yeah.
your motherfucking ass up, and she's getting the fucking award.
Camera, though,
you know,
listen though, but the camera was like from like her ankles up, right? So like it actually like got him out of the focus.
I didn't see him at all.
Yeah, so like, shit, man, come on, bro. Like at that point, niggas just looking for shit to cry about.
And it was like, I mean, it's a comedy bit. They were trying to be funny. Like, the bit wasn't funny on its own, but it wasn't not funny because it was racist. Yeah. I don't think there was any intention to be disrespectful. Like, they made it seem like this guy went out of his way to defile the night and the moment for this black woman solely based on her sex and color.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm pretty sure Tiffany and Aries will be back. Like, I don't think it's a wrap.
No, bro. Aries Spears, bro, it's a wrap for Aries Spears. Come on, bro.
I mean,
bro, listen.
Were they really even that relevant before that?
I'm gonna tell you why it's a rap for Aries Spears, because he had that one little take where one man was sitting on his back. He was about the size of Flacco, and he looked up at him and he kissed him. Not saying I'm transphobic or anything like that. You are not transphobic, but just
T-Rail's canceled.
It did look like some trans shit, though. I don't know. I mean, they weren't gay. They were, you know what I'm saying? They weren't cute. You know what I'm saying? Or
T-Rans.
Balls, you feel me? But shit,
T-Rans.
It just looked crazy to me. I don't know.
Listen, man. Listen, and he was fat shaming Lizzo, which
thank God.
And he's huge as fuck. Oh, thank God.
Thank God. No, I'm just playing.
Bro, fat shaming is needed, bro.
Fat shaming
is absolutely needed.
I would not come in here and fat shame you.
Why Lizzo gotta be so damn
I would talk about your thighs, but I just would not talk about how disgusting you are coming in here.
His thighs are fat. So you're fat shaming him talking about his thighs.
But hold on a sec, though. Flacco don't walk around in hoochie daddy shorts, though. Flacco don't got hoochie daddy shorts.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I'm not fat shaming. Look at this.
No.
Lizzo's at the Met Gala with her whole asshole exposed.
Yes,
bro.
it's ridiculous.
We ain't trying to see that, fool.
I mean, if she was skinny, whether she was big, it's just more meat for you to look at.
And I like thick women, bro. I love like all different.
That's bullshit.
So why you getting at her like that?
Because that's not thick.
That's a lie, love.
She looks unhealthy.
Nigga,
would you fuck with a heavyset woman?
Bro.
I have
women like Lizzo.
Jill Scott is bad. Lizzo is not. I'm sorry. Like, that's my 2 cents.
But Jill Scott ain't fat.
No.
I
love Jill Scott.
I've gotten into some trouble for my comments, but I think the problem that some people have with like the complete lack of any sort of fat shaming anymore is that being morbidly obese is really, really bad for you. And it's not like you can be in great shape with a 6-pack and have great oral hygiene, or you can be a guy with a bucket of KFC in his lap who weighs 500 pounds, and both are valid choices for your health. One's clearly better for you and the country in terms of us paying into your medical bills and our ability to fight wars in the future, because now the American military can't even recruit because everybody's so fucking fat. So that's the overall problem.
My gamer tag
Flacco
used to
can't
be,
fight for it's good.
Fuck
It's
no.
over, dog.
No,
Do a
look,
pull-up for me.
Look,
Bro, shaming is needed, man.
my gamer tag used to be Lizzo's hot dog party. So you're talking to
See,
the
that's
wrong
what got
guy.
Aries Spears in trouble, because your
feel me?
ass ain't in shape either.
Yeah, but it's all good. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what?
You can't be fat shaming doing that shit.
What do you mean?
Look
that's
at
like,
you, dog.
That's the
See, I'm fat shaming too. I'm fat shaming.
That's equivalent.
I'm fat
What do you
shaming.
mean look at it? What are you getting
That's
at there?
equivalent.
He about to pop that fourth button.
It's so tight.
Me
It is so
saying-
tight, Lush.
Me making fun of fat people is the equivalent of black people saying the N-word with an A.
Fuck out of here, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, repeat that
the
again?
equivalent.
I'm trying to follow that logic. Repeat that again?
Me talking about other fat people,
Yeah.
which I identify as a fat person, is equivalent to black people saying the N-word with the A.
What about an ER? Why isn't it the same as if they say with an ER?
Because that's a whole different connotation right there, my boy.
It's the same shit, though, right? Come on,
That's
man.
a different connotation.
Bro, again, though, like, here's
That
why-
was used as a means of oppression. The other word is used as a term of endearment. How is it the
We're
same
black,
thing?
though.
How is it the same thing?
Because we're black, right? If the ER was used to oppress us, why can't we use it?
No, I'm not saying you can. I'm
Yeah,
not,
of course, yeah.
I'm not gatekeeping the word. I'm just saying
of
that the context that it's usually
Oh, yeah.
used in.
No. Like, I'm like speaking like towards like that like correlation of like if other like fat people can shame, then like other black folks can use the.
I just know Lizzo's fucking disgusting. Let's just keep it a stack. I'm sorry, Laura. Like
Lizzo, I fuck with you. You know what I mean?
I would still fuck though. I would still fuck.
What
all
type
right?
of shit is that? See, that's where men lose it. Like you gonna call her fat and disgusting, but you would still fuck. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
She's a pretty fat girl. She's a pretty fat girl, and she's a rich fat girl. So
yeah, men is fucking her.
It's better. She's got. I mean, there are fucking rich fat dudes, and the chicks aren't like psyched that this guy's a tub of lard. But his car, his house, his status makes him fuckable. I think with Lizzo.
People are so obsessed with her size, and what she does is because her confidence.
I think
people. I think it is the confidence.
That's not confidence, dog. That's overcompensation, bro. She's doing 10 much. She's putting extras on it.
Why not though?
I mean, sure.
I mean, you can't because you're a certain kind of weight.
But look, like, no. It's like when she goes into certain events or whatever, you don't see the pretty bitches. I'm sorry. You don't see the in shape bitches dressing like that. You feel me?
We see the in shape. Yes,
no, you don't.
Do.
Not to that extent.
Yes,
no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't, bro.
So you do.
So you're one of those. You're one of those gym motherfuckers that like to see like the bitches looking at the bitches on your treadmill.
Do I look at people in the gym?
Yeah.
Am I gay? Of course I look at them. Like, what the fuck are you asking?
Are you looking at the bitches in the tights and all that, sweating a little bit on the ass crack? Are you one of those gym guys?
Not in a
creepy.
No, not in a creepy way. Like, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, but I'd be lying if I'm like, damn, okay, shorty over there doing the damn thing.
But if it was Lizzo, she's fucking.
No,
doing
Lizzo,
too much.
get in shape.
And she's fucking.
She's at the gym. We want to see her at the gym.
I don't think she could fit into a leg extension machine. There's not a whole lot. The treadmills, they would need repair after. Lizzo's got to take to the streets, do some jogging. And then, oh, God, did I do it again? Am I in trouble again?
No, do you? I don't give a fuck. I love Lizzo.
If everybody around Lizzo shames her, she's going to lose the weight soon.
Flip, check my neck.
Hey,
and then I eat a hot dog.
She gonna fuck your ass up. She gonna do you like Aaron Spears, dog. Oh no, but I wanted to ask you, did you see that last academic take where he was over at the Breakfast Club and he mentioned, certain people that imitate him a lot, and he has sons out here. Babies out here, and it feels like you feel like you should get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So
first off, everybody's okay. So I told you.
Let me put it in context to him because he probably don't know. I mean, Flacco is definitely imitating this young man named DJ Academics. And
I feel like he's coming to his own more lately.
He's coming into his own, but he uses a lot of his lingo. He does, a lot of things that he does as far as posting, internet, everything. And he's caught on to it.
Listen, right?
But he's recognizing this man, which he wants.
Well, again, though, so pretty much, for the Breakfast Club thing, Act told the exact same story to Vlad and actually mentioned my name, right? So I feel like people, I guess, tagging me and saying he's talking about you is fair. Yo, listen, like, I ain't take that as no diss. I actually, I agree with Act right now to where I feel like the comparison to Act is kind of overstated is people see that I make videos with GIFs and scream, oh, well, shit, this is academics. When no, bro, like, again, my lingo, the Negro mites, niggatry, all type of shit, that's some shit that I came up with that now I feel like I'm getting credit for where people is now taking those terms and run with it, right? Like, for example, like Dusty Ninjas and shit like that, that's my shit. Right now, people just, I guess, correlate that to Act because we both stutter, fat, immigrants, street, non-street niggas.
Were you influenced by Act?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Were you in the academic, like, were you
chat nigga, yes, for sure.
Okay.
Listen, I'm still a chat nigga too. Bro, listen, when Act goes on Twitch, you see me commenting, bro, fuck these niggas up, Act. Fuck that nigga Ebro up, Act.
So that's a chat nigga.
Yeah, of course. Listen, bro, yo.
That's like his version of Rope Gang, though, essentially.
What's Rope? Yo, I heard about Rope Gang before I got here.
That's like the OG No Jumper hardcore fans.
Well, hey, man, shout out to
the Barbs.
But how did you guys feel about DJ Academics saying that, and I'm calling him DJ Academics. He's not a fucking. Well, he is a DJ. I actually seen him DJ. I ain't gonna say that. He's definitely a DJ. He definitely did good. But he was calling all the older rappers, all the older people in hip hop, hip hop historians, he called them dusty.
Well, he did.
And,
here,
and dirty. They're getting upset about that.
I do want to clarify that. So what Act's statement was, when you see some of these pioneers, right?
Yeah.
The quote unquote hip hop niggas who want to gatekeep the culture hip hop, most of them niggas you see, they come off as a little bit, they hurting, they down bad right now, which to me is a fair thing. Again, if niggas hate that shit, then go stream their music, right? And make sure dumb niggas don't look like they hurting out here, bro. Again, the pioneers of hip hop should not be looking down bad.
Well, why did LL Cool J, why was he one of the people that got so upset? He was mentioned, correct?
He's a pioneer saying how just because these pioneers did not have a good business plan, action and shame them. Nigga, shaming is needed, bro. Maybe if they are shame enough, they'll get up off their ass and go ahead and do something to get to the fucking bag.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but what I think LL was reacting to specifically is like this undercurrent of ageism in hip hop, where even though obviously, yes, hip hop in its purest form is youth culture. It's for the youth, by the youth. Although a lot of the most successful and relevant artists are over 35, over 40, over 45 at this point. Like Jay-Z drops a verse, like the world stops to this day, and he's in his 50s, right? But like there's a lot of like, once you hit a certain age, people like the youth kind of is like, get the fuck out of here with that. That's that played out dinosaur shit.
You know why though, right, Lush?
No, I do. Like what you said, there's a lot of truth to it. But I think that's what LL was reacting to. To answer T-Rail's question.
Here, right? So and here's why that generation is often shamed, right? Because again, in country and rock, that generation, they embrace all the new niggas coming up. With the niggas, with our shit, fuck them little niggas. Oh, shit, they fucking whack as fuck. Not right? So our generation, which is usually niggas, black folks, once they get to a certain age, they shit on all the younger niggas. So then when the younger niggas start to rise, it's fuck them niggas too.
That's kind of a generalization, though. There is a lot of old heads that do fuck with the youth heavy. You know what I mean? Like,
right. But the culture in rock, in country, and these other predominantly white genres is that handing off the torch. They fuck with the young generation. They say, oh my God, those guys are fucking amazing. Us, our own shit, we hate on other young black men trying to get the bag.
And I think they're taking him so serious because his word is so respected. He's doing his thing and he can follow the fucking rules. But I said that shit on this show at least 10 times. All of our West Coast hip hop historians, you niggas is dirty. I don't get to see you motherfuckers. Like, I don't get to see the wealth. I don't get to see the cars, nothing that came out of hip hop from you. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just, business moves, like big business moves, I don't get to see any of that shit.
Except for Snoop.
You know what I'm saying? Snoop is doing this thing, but I still don't. Dre, he does Dre beats. But still, like, I want to see the ins and out. I want to see the DJ Khaled of this shit. I want to see Puffy and this shit. I want to see all the shit that the East Coast niggas is doing. I want to see Fat Joe. I want to see my West Coast niggas doing that shit so I can kind of like get some motivation there. So you don't see that.
Agreed. But then like West Coast culture in general, when it comes to like hip hop and just gangster culture in general, it used to be the opposite of flashy. Fools weren't wearing designer. You know what I'm saying?
Times changed.
Yeah, times have changed.
Changed.
Fools just started like wearing ice and grills and shit in the past 15 years. That was not a thing in LA back
Yeah,
in
but
the
one
day.
thing they did say, it was like, you in LA is so fucking dangerous, you'll get robbed. So, so we kind of like light on the jury and this and that and the other. So you will kind of get, you will get robbed for your shit. And it's getting kind of crazy out here. Rappers are still dying. And, one of the Lil Uzi artists just died. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you guys about that? Like, I feel like you guys are better in touch with the streets than I am. Like, all I see is the headlines in the newspaper. Like, of course, somebody posts a story of them in a Waffle House wearing ice. They get robbed. Yeah. I hear it's happening in Beverly Hills to people. Anybody walking down the street with a nice watch gets a gun in their face. Have you guys, like, that's all true, right? That's not just like isolated incidents. Do you guys know people who are affected by that street crime right now?
It's absolutely.
But as a typical white man, you know what I'm saying, that's not really in touch with the hip hop and not what's going on as far as the streets. Like, what is the talk? you know, of the town with your people, as far as, you know, like with your people, but, you know, with
Yeah.
your boys or whatever, that's really not in touch. Like, what do you guys like say about this shit?
So there's two camps. There's either the people who are scared about the crime and really want to fix it, or there are the guilty white people who I know Flacco is familiar with. For instance, I was in an improv class today, and people were talking about Rick Caruso versus Karen Bass for the mayor of LA. And they both agree that crime's a problem and they need to crack down on it. Rick Caruso is just a little bit more hardcore. He just wants more police officers and lower tolerance for crime.
I'm not sure I like that.
Why not?
More police officers?
I just don't like police.
Man, come on, bro. Listen, bro. Hire 5 times the police officers, bro. Listen, bro. Have 5 cars on every street, bro.
But the people in my improv class were all like white people. I back the blue too. But the people in my improv class, like these fucking white people who I can tell all they're doing is reading headlines. They're commuting in from safe areas. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They start talking shit about Rick Caruso. Like, yeah, his name should be Karen. He's the real Karen. He's a Republican. Fuck. And I just realized, like, you guys are just saying this aloud right now for the other white people in the room to hear, so they know that you're virtuous. And
Virtue signaling.
exactly. And so there are the people who are like, they have the American flag on their front doorstep, the Rick Caruso lawn sign with a $3 million house. But then there are also the white people who have money who think it's like a racist to want the crime situation to be made better. So they're afraid to even talk about it.
Well, in order to make the crime situation better, we have to diagnose what the root of that is, rather than just putting a Band-Aid on it by putting a bunch of police on the street in a city that doesn't trust the police, particularly like, you know, the black and brown community don't trust the police. There's been like a horrible track record of police brutality and corruption. You say that as you say that as a transplant, though.
But no, my observation on it is white people. I'm like, well, I would think white people be saying, well, that's what they fucking get. They're sitting out here killing each other. So you never heard any people say that shit?
No.
For sure he has.
I think I never heard that. Never heard.
Fucking kill them all, kill each other.
No, never heard them referred to as them, black people. But I agree with you.
They, them. Get the pronouns right.
Excuse me.
It's better than the ER.
But Lush, I kind of agree with both you and Flacco. I think definitely the root problem. I think the root problem is really just unwanted children. I think people having children too young when they're not ready, neglecting those kids grow up to be criminals more likely than not.
I agree.
I think that's the main problem, and I think that's the thing that people are too afraid to talk about. But I think incentives matter and deterrence matter, and I think when punishments for crimes are higher and there are more police to enforce those crimes, crime goes down. And I don't think you can argue that. But I think both are important.
The thing is, though, like, the reason why LA is so fucked up right now, and there's a lot of reasons. Obviously, like the whole EDD and PPP thing, everybody was getting an exuberant amount of money in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, I have homies that have never worked a fucking day in their life. That were getting like 30 racks, like, from the government to their bank account instantly. Like, these fools are buying.
They were scamming the government. Let's be clear. They were stealing money that was reserved for other people.
It was like a wet pussy for scamming. Like, it was like,
yes, they were stealing money
from us, from taxpayers.
Yes, right. And after stealing enough money, their lazy asses said, I don't want to work no more after the money was going, after Daddy Trump left. Now these niggas don't got shit else. And now they want to rob other rich people. Here's my thing.
Look,
bro.
Uncle Ruckus, calm down.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. No, listen, bro. Listen. If you put 5 cop cars on every street, what niggas gonna say? Oh, bro, it's hot out there, man. I ain't got any feeling, bro. I ain't doing no crime out there. It's hot as fuck outside. So what do we do? Put more cop cars there and keep these niggas inside.
But there's no checks and balancing system to make sure that the people that are put in that position aren't gonna do no fuck shit. And that's what concerns me.
I feel like people thinking that they
like,
can
I'm not a criminal anymore. Like, I'm square as Delaware. Like,
no, right? Again, no. But I feel though, like people thinking that they have an open getaway if they run up in a packed chicken spot and kill somebody in that chicken spot, that they can now run out and get away with it in plain broad daylight. I feel like that's a bigger issue than, oh my God, police are fucking oppressing us. More cops is good. Nigga, don't do crime. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you listen to rap music?
Yes, of course. I love rap.
I mean, but if you love rap music, but I mean, then you tolerating the violence, that comes with rap music. But you saying, oh no, but you fucking supporting it too by listening to it and purchasing it. You know what I'm saying, and weighing on it.
Yeah, well, hypocrisy definitely does exist when it comes to listening to like that genre.
So you're a hypocrite.
Well, again, right? Like at times, right? Because I would like to pretend like, like 95% of these niggas, the shit that they're talking about, I would like to pretend like they're not really out here living it. Now, once it's clear, a la Young Thug, that this nigga was really living it, I'm now preaching against the nigga, right? Meaning like, if he did the crime, lock his ass up. But I would like to think that niggas aren't really out here committing crimes. You feel me? That's just me though.
You only want to glorify it if it's not real.
Yeah.
If it's not real, it becomes storytelling now, right?
Yeah, but doesn't that make it watered down? Like it doesn't, like when rap music is made by people, or like let's say drill music, and things like that are made by people that aren't actually doing it. It don't
I don't
have
bust a nut knowing that like that nigga.
It's not about knowing.
It's
but
really killing niggas.
I don't feel like that people are capable of doing fake drill music. It doesn't sound like right. It don't sound right to me.
I mean, but you still
the female who does it sounds good, right?
I mean,
you still have others in hip hop glorifying this shit, like your boy Act Again, glorifying this shit, glorifying violence.
The Chirac Wolverine,
even glorifying, you know what I'm saying, a young lady, Lil Wayne's daughter, leaving YFN Lucci, you know what I'm saying, not stand by his side. Oh, he's a gangster, this and that and the other. Now when the money going to him, you leave a nigga for a YouTube. You don't want to get. But I mean, but he's glorifying that shit. She stayed with the criminal, or you know what I'm saying, or should she do her thing over here and be honest?
Right. No, listen. So I feel like academics got a very bad rep for that, right? Because all Ack was saying was, again, and he was just saying, listen, man, like when these criminals like go to jail, and like for example, there was a very fine lady here called Baby Dollface, right? And like I asked her, if your boyfriend is still in jail in 5 years, will you guys be together? She said no, right? So all I'm actually saying is, bro, like, these women are not going to stay with you. And he was just using her as an example, but people just took that out of context.
I mean, why calling her a bitch? But still, that's Lil Wayne, daughter. That's why.
Well, he did correct himself. He said, you know what? I probably should have called her a bitch probably like 5 seconds later. But people, like, X out him saying, you know what? I shouldn't call her a bitch. But, bro, listen, man, like, I feel like Act just speaks too much truth, man. You feel me? So now they want to, just tear him down, man. But yeah, bro, like, us saying that because niggas are scared or because niggas feel like the police have been oppressing them for too long, we shouldn't, up the presence of the police, man, fuck whoever, right? Like, bro, listen, man, like, fuck every criminal in the hood and who think that they should have an option to go to City Hall and say, no, listen, but do not allocate more money to the police. Fuck them niggas.
But you're saying that
trying to fuck us up.
You're saying that in a city where some of the worst crimes have been perpetuated by the police.
It's also changing a little bit, Lush, too. So in like O.J. Simpson's time, remember like Mark Furman?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was fucking gnarly. That guy was a white racist piece of shit, no question. Like him and his squad were doing fucked up shit. Yeah. Now, people don't know this. Most of the LAPD is Latino. It's mostly Mexican.
Yeah, and there's some of the jankiest
What are
cops
the
you
percentages?
Hey,
are we talking Los Angeles or are we talking about the world?
So that's a good distinction. Across the country, most police departments are predominantly white, but not by much. It's getting closer and closer. I think in LA, we're around 10 to 15% black officers, 50% Mexican officers, and then white is like 20 to 30%. So it's not the idea that the police are a
Latino
force
cops
for
are
white
like
supremacy.
The Latino cops are like some of the worst, though. They be on helmets. They're not letting you slide for shit.
But I mean, should you be let slide? But you're talking about like police brutality and racial crimes by the police. I mean, are they committing like hate crimes as police officers?
Probably not to the same extent. But.
Yeah, it's changing. And dude, sometimes these things that happen, like cancellations, Me Too movement, the George Floyd stuff, it can be annoying for people like us who like to speak our mind and hate getting canceled and silenced. But overall, society tends to move in a good direction. Like, yeah, it was not great how the police department was in the 90s and probably even into this century, and a little correction was needed. There were times in comedy where comedy was just fucking gnarly and jokes were genuinely racist and hurtful. And it's good that people make sure their joke is is funny and comedically sound. It isn't just an excuse to get up on stage and drop N-bombs. So I agree with you generally that we needed a little bit of change, but I think the police department has changed.
Here, right?
I'll take your word for it.
Again, also too is like, let's actually be real here, right? The people who complain about the police, right, being oppressive and tyrannical are the same motherfuckers who make up 14% of the population. However, we are responsible for 50% of the violent crimes. That's a fucking issue.
Okay, but
that's a fucking issue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like systemic oppression, fool.
I don't give a fuck. We are 14% of the population, but make up of 50% of the crimes. No fucking dub, they're gonna be more rough when dealing with you niggas. I'm sorry, bro.
Bitch, get better. But do you really actually think that's true? Fuck out of here,
It's absolutely true. Those are stats.
Fuck out of here. Stats
Niggas are wild out here, bro. I'm sorry.
Fuck you talking about, man?
It's true.
That is so crazy.
It's true though.
Working at this No Jumper office is super crazy. You might run into anything. Somebody might come in here with a gun. I don't know. Shit. Now we got fucking Soulja Boy in here saying he hate No Jumper.
Like, I love Soulja Boy, man. Shout out to Soulja Boy, man.
What are we doing about all of this?
He wasn't
shit,
the first rapper to hate No Jumper. He's the first of everything, but he's not.
Oh, well, also too, like, and he lied about the iPhone 14 because I seen AD with an iPhone 14.
Oh, he said he was the first one with the iPhone 14.
Yeah, that's cap. Well, did AD count himself as a rapper?
AD a rapper?
Okay.
Have you seen all the shit that was going on here, Danny? Because we have a lot of politics going on here, bro.
Fill me in on the politics. They need to be filtered through the white lens here.
We'll start with my man here. He was getting into it with the Latino community, which you have to side with the Latino community because I really want to know your stance on that. He got into it with the Latino community. He was saying crazy. Then he ended up having 20 Hispanic gang members in the fucking office looking for him.
No way.
I'm not fucking lying. Yeah.
You're a crazy motherfucker, dude.
Now, like, to be fair though, right? Like,
what'd you say? The whole Latino community you managed to piss off?
I said, if you say some crazy shit,
to be fair,
I don't know. Some black motherfuckers might come storming to the door here.
There was a narrative going out there that I was the one who did something and put it out when it wasn't true at all. That I was like I probably had like a 5% role in whatever went out, right? But my tag was on it, so niggas thought that was me.
What was the comment? Can we repeat
in the words of Treyway?
No.
In the words of Treyway 6K, that Instagram post just flipped your man's. That's what happened to him.
Let's not even like say what happened because you feel me. Like as soon as something is said, there's gonna be like 30 like YouTube live streams.
You know what? I want to bring up something that's real cool to me right now, and I just know it's getting on Adam's nerve. I know it's tearing Josh alive. We have the Reddit here.
Oh no!
Our No Jumper Reddit.
Wait. We got a memo sent out last night.
I didn't get the memo, so I'm going to say what I need to say.
We can't talk about it, man. We got to chill.
What? I didn't get a memo. I didn't get a memo. I think the No Jumper Reddit was took over. It was super crazy to me. Like, I mean, I don't know.
There was a company-wide memo sent out last night.
Because I said, you know what? It's in this Reddit. They don't speak about me. They don't speak negative about me. They speak negative about me, but they don't speak negative about Adam. They don't speak negative about Yuri. They don't speak negative about Josh. And I said, what the fuck? Because they speak negative about me. They speak negative about AD, Flacco, everybody, kids,
Reddits are
women.
Weird, huh?
It's so fucking weird. And and he's like, I don't know why they do that to y'all. But come to find out, he was a mod. Adam's a mod. This is the crazy shit that's going on in No Jumper. Adam's a mod. Josh is a mod.
Sure.
Yuri's a mod.
Sure.
This is this young lady over here controlling it. I'm saying hi, Riley. You know what I'm saying? But they're all mods.
Riley a mod too?
She said no. But now I don't know what happened.
She said you're not a mod either.
Whoever created that shit kicked them out. So now they're just putting a bunch of negative shit about those three individuals. So it's really funny.
I've seen Adam catch some strays in there.
So just a couple, but not like he's catching strays right now. It's ridiculous.
So, but is Adam?
That's why he's laughing. Go ahead, let Danny get it out. Let Danny get it out.
You sound like you're having cardiac arrest. I'm worried about you, buddy. Sound like a English bulldog after a long walk.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nigga, man. That shit crazy.
Let it get. Go ahead, Danny.
I don't even remember what I was saying before that. Not asthma attack over here. Fucking Reddit. But is Adam like a level-headed enough boss to not take into account what people are saying on the Reddit? Like if the Reddit turns against Flacco one week, Adam's not going to be like, "You're on thin ice, motherfucker," and fire him.
We don't know that.
Got it. Yeah.
I mean, because we could have took it as the Reddit, like we were just saying, those comments sometimes sway your opinion.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then, if it's a good enough percentage, then I don't
Sure.
know. You know what I'm saying? But he was obviously a mod, so maybe he was making up those. He was doing that shit and then swaying people's opinion and coming back to us like it was, I don't know, dog. It's just all over the place.
Man told me not to speak on it, man. So
If the Reddit,
because you're more in tune than me. I just know the funny part about it. I don't know the whole shit. I don't know. Because I'm not on Reddit. That shit is spooky. It's super crazy.
That shit was twisted. Hey, man. Whoever that nigga was, he a cold nigga too, man. That nigga's a cold nigga, man.
Are you on Reddit?
No, I don't go on Reddit. My Reddit is pretty negative as far as YouTube Reddits go. Like they don't like me. But some
on Reddit?
But some YouTubers who do like dark stuff too have like Reddits that really like them. But dude, like Reddit, it's like as a public figure, as a guy who talks into a microphone, we have a pretty cool job, and it's just part of the job that people are going to talk shit on you. So it's not worth.
Do you cover up dark humor with just that's just it's. I feel like it should cover up because you just want to do what you want to do anyway. This is just what I'm doing. This shit is not funny. This is just fucking me.
You think I'm a school shooter, and I'm using the comedy thing to like.
I mean, it could happen, or one of your friends was a fucking school shooter, or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we really agree with these fucking things? And we're just covering it up with saying it's dark humor.
Do you think I'm a sicko? Is that the vibe you're getting right now? That came out of nowhere. That question.
Nah.
It didn't come out of nowhere. I just seen your knees, the ratio with your socks, and I just felt like asking you that question because it just looks crazy.
Am I showing too much skin?
Yeah, I just felt like asking you a crazy ass question, man.
So that's the thing about No Jumper, dude. I realized like as I was getting out of my 2008 Mercury Sable with trash coming up to like the rim of the back seat in just my fucking whack ass outfit, my sweatpants, my socks that I'm surprised even match. Like coming into this place with a bunch of guys who are like conscious of how good they look and shit. Yeah, I mean, guess not Flacco today. You look like the security guard outside a ski resort.
How does everybody find their way to fuck with you? What? Your physical appearance. This man, like, how does he has on a fucking fur right now, a trench coat.
Yeah,
why are they bothering you, dog?
I don't know, man. Listen, but like honestly though, like I'll be real, like everybody at their peak state, like I'm just talking about like at their peak state. I don't think like there's too many niggas in his office who look better than me at our peak state, man. I'm just being real, bro. Like,
hey, but Flacco, who? Hey, Flacco,
be real.
Flacco, who's the best dressed in No Jumper?
You, Lush.
Come on, man.
Listen, you Lush be throwing that shit on.
T-Rel, he's tripping.
Fuck
Lush
out
be
of
throwing
here.
that shit on though.
Hey, I'm not.
He said Lush be throwing that shit on. He trolling you, dog.
I'm serious.
No,
bro.
I'm not top 5 in the office.
Come on, bro.
Top 5 in the office.
Yeah.
But top 5 isn't even in the question. If he's not one, he's top.
Tell me how you really feel.
Me, House Phone, Blasey, AD.
You think that? Wait.
Pot Lord.
Wait.
You think that Pot Lord, Blasey, AD, and House Phone dress better than Lush?
They killing you, Lush.
Really? You're killing me?
Come on, bro.
You're killing me.
Right now, yes.
Right now?
And this seat. I need to fucking pull up a fucking poll right now.
I don't know, bro.
Me or Lush right now.
I don't know, bro.
I seen Lush throw that shit on.
No, hell no. I mean, Adam said don't do that. Don't put each other against each other. Don't do that shit on the pod. I don't like that.
Bro.
Pot Lord, come on, bro. Like, again, Pot Lord my nigga, bro. But instead of Pot Lord got more legs, more swag.
Pot Lord has sweat the whole.
My MCM beanie's like killing the whole fit, though. Let's be honest, bro. Let's keep it a bundle.
I mean, you gotta have a logo to tell me what it is. I mean, my crew neck in itself is killing your whole outfit.
I fucks with it, bro. You look like you're about to rob a liquor store.
I'm curious.
It's like, hold on,
dude. I want to learn about this because there's no way I'm gonna get into the best dress sweepstakes. I'm not even gonna fucking try, dude. I'm gonna roll in here in my shitty white guy bought this T-shirt 5 years ago off Amazon.
On what tier
so am I bottom 5 dressing and no jumper?
I mean, fuck no.
Okay.
I mean, he's bottom 5.
Hell
okay.
Then you have Boston Nova. You have Kelvin. You have Trevor.
Bossa's got the Gucci gloves on today.
This shit is serious in here.
I'm not mad at Bossa.
It's serious in here, dog.
I'm not mad at
Terrell,
Spice Ice.
who do guys like AD and House Phone, like how much money are they putting into each outfit they wear for a big show? Like if I wanted to spice up my look a little bit, how much would it cost me? How much time?
No, but here's the thing.
It's all about confidence.
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
AD and Adam have on some free shit right now in the New York show.
It's expensive stuff,
if
though.
you know how to dress.
Well, it depends on what you call it.
If you know how to dress,
$100 hoodie.
if you know how to dress, I should be able to give you $100 and you go into TJ Maxx and come.
$100 or $100?
Either or, whatever.
You're from Europe, dude. You can't talk like that.
Whatever pronoun you choose.
Yeah, now he's not from Europe.
I know
he's from Cabo.
I'm from Clemson Street. I don't know what the fuck
What's
you're
your
talking about.
What's that last name? Isn't that Polish or something?
Eastern European.
He's Polish, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm Italian.
Let's talk about
I'm
it,
Italian
dog.
and Eastern European.
Oh,
Italian and Polish?
So you're
No.
European, huh?
No, what the fuck? I'm
You are-
born-
Nah, hell no.
I'm from Clemson Street.
You're done with him, huh? Done with this guy.
Yeah, I'm done with this shit.
That's it. Exposed.
All right, more hip hop shit, man. Let's get on. I want to see Danny take anyway. I love it, man. Don't squint your eyes. God,
What's going on in
More
European hip hop?
coming after you.
Designer, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, yo, your
Okay.
listen, European hip hop is serious.
I know
man.
it is. I know
Yo,
it is.
I
European
found a new
hip-hop.
bro, I
Can we
found a
talk
nigga
about
called
this?
Abracadabra. He's like Pop Smoke up there, bro. That nigga is different.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Facts. That's why which we should reference if we're gonna do the Chief Keef Charlemagne thing. But right now we're doing designer.
You want to do Chief Keef Charlemagne?
Yeah,
Can we?
I
wanna do
let's touch on
both of
that.
those.
Guys, how did we not look at the solar guy who dropped an N-bomb? While
Let's go back
making a
up to that,
pitch,
Riley.
dude?
Come on, let's go. Because I felt like that's what you were gonna do when you walked in this office. I felt like you were just gonna be like, hey, I can't wait to be with all you. You know what I'm saying, on the pod, and you just be like, oh fuck, man, because it's just.
Hey Danny, read what it says.
A star has been added to replace the I in the N-word, which is good. We're making progress
He
here.
ain't gonna read it though.
Man, Selling Solar accidentally saying nigger, which was super embarrassed. I felt like he used it. He uses it in his vocabulary quite frequently for him to make that mistake. But in all honesty, when he made that mistake, he was just like so fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
And even though he does use it, I still felt like he wasn't like super crazy racist.
Neighbors, niggers, like come on now, like that's close
You
enough.
can't get that mixed up, dog. I'm
What
fucking
would you have
sorry,
done,
dog.
Kira? What would
Can we
you have done, bro?
watch it? Can we hear the clip if that's all right, or is that going to
Oh,
destroy our monetization? Is that not?
It probably will destroy us.
Okay.
You just said the word like Nigger in on this podcast probably like what 30 times already.
We talked about rape. There's all kinds of crazy.
Yeah.
I think we've dropped a hard R too. It's
Yes.
happened at some point.
Yeah,
If he just said it like 2 minutes.
I mean,
I think it's a good point. I don't know why.
If someone pulled up on me and made that, I mean, because I've never
You're gonna
encountered-
condone that, bro?
but I never encountered anyone saying that to me by
the
me.
dude wasn't white too, by the
It
way.
wasn't like I've never even came in the vicinity of
You've
anybody.
never been
saying
hard
that
R adjacent.
ever. So I don't even know. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know how I would have took it. If he would have been like, "Oh my fucking God, I'm sorry," I probably would have listened to him a little bit, but I probably wouldn't have bought no solar anyway. Fucks, I wouldn't buy no door-to-door solar from me. But I would probably would have still listened to him a little bit. But I'm probably like, "Oh, bro."
You
it's
let him
crazy."
know how he
Yeah.
let him know how he really felt about him for sure when he
Just
said,
like this
"Damn."
person
That's how
being
he really
a
feel.
person of color, does that make it better?
You mean because he's like Latino-ish or something?
Let's see this.
Yeah, he's Asian.
I think we can see
Oh,
this.
he's Asian?
Okay, I just rang the doorbell. We have like a ring cam of the dude standing out there, the solar salesman.
Cool ankle socks, if any socks.
And he keeps waving in a very white fashion, like, "Hey, yep, just waiting out here."
Flacco,
How you
you're
doing?"
not going to wear those shorts though, dog.
No.
Hello.
Neither is Lizzo.
Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work for Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking to niggers. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize.
Hey, he's Mexican, all right? Hey,
No,
he's Fernando.
yeah. He could be.
Man, come on
if you
now.
say he's Asian, he could be Filipino because they be having the
come
names.
on now. His name is Fernando.
That was unbelievable, dude. For the comedy factor alone, you got to give that guy.
I thought the whole thing was
Bro.
a skit. I don't think it's real, low key. Like that can't be real.
That is
bro.
crazy. Why would you want that? He can't go viral off that.
That was
He
So he
did.
did go viral.
Well, he
did
did, but we don't actually. Well, then we do know his name. He said his name was Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando,
And he lived
come
down
on.
there.
Bro,
at
that Danny
3808.
you would do a skit like that, damn near. Like,
On.
that's
in 2018. I don't know.
that's
I'm
Danny
joking.
Mullen-esque.
Dude, that was pretty funny. It was funny because of how white and professional the guy was leading up to it, and how bummed he was because he said it.
He was super bummed. Like, fuck, that's so embarrassing, dog.
Hey, but what about
an idiot?
T-Rell though? What if he said that but then stood on it? You feel me? Didn't break character.
I'm like, nah, bro, nah, I'm good. Nah.
Yeah.
Like, my bag. Let's get this solar, bro.
It's solar for black people. That's what it is, dude.
Come on, bro.
Go to the Chief Keef
Dude.
shit, Riley.
That was
Yeah.
funny. That made me happy. I don't know why.
That made you
Yeah,
happy?
we know why.
That was pretty
we,
funny.
we,
Oh, man,
we
that's
fucking
crazy.
know why
That was
it
pretty-
made you happy.
Like, that was fucking funny, huh?
Again, like to me, it's like it would have been funnier if dude was white, but if he's just like a Mexican guy, I mean, like
He looked white to me. Was he Mexican or Asian or white? We've been throwing around a lot of shit.
I want to say Filipino,
Hispanic
which is like
to me, he's definitely
yeah,
Hispanic.
if
It's Fernando. Come on, bro.
Filipinos be having Mexican name or Hispanic names because they
Okay.
were colonized by Spain. So
Yeah.
they have like the
Yeah.
same last
Are you
names.
familiar with Chief Keef?
No.
What rappers are you familiar with?
Eminem, Vanilla Ice.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, Childish
Childish.
Gambino. I liked him in that show Community. That was good.
Logic.
I can see you doing a Vanilla Ice dance in your fucking room right now.
Rappers I'm familiar with, dude. I got nothing.
Nothing? What music do you listen to?
You know what? So my buddy Leo in my videos told me that Tom Brady listens to Many Men by 50 Cent before every football game. And since I heard that, I listen to 50 Cent and Many Men before we do any video.
So you listened to Many Men before you came here, dog.
Yeah, before I get on the mic, dude, fuck yeah.
Many men.
Yeah, dude.
They do wish death upon you.
They do. I'm just like that narrator, dude. I'll smoke you if you come at me talking shit, baby.
You're not slapping the little TJ version though
What's that?
of Many Men.
No, their version is trash.
Oh, little TJ version is trash? I never heard it.
Super.
Thank you. I never heard it. Well, let's get on Chief Keef. Chief Keef responds to Charlemagne the God, saying he's not influential globally. Well, what he's saying is, he started just a genre. He started just a genre of drill music, and that just didn't take it, globally. And he's like a
how is
global
that true?
superstar.
But how is that true? Okay, he might not be a global superstar, but drill music has made more of a global impact than any subgenre of hip hop in the past several years. You have drill music in Africa. I've seen Italians doing drill music. You seen that shit? It's kind of crazy. I've seen Australian drill music. Literally every country has, like, for the youth, when young people in different cities across the world are doing hip hop music, their go-to is the drill aesthetic nowadays. And you have to attribute that to Chief Keef's influence, whether or not it's directly from him. Like, even if Chief Keef didn't invent the word thought, or anything like that, him saying that was what injected it into the lexicon of hip hop culture and popularized
What
it.
defines drill music?
Drill music? A good question. Like, there's
There's a
a couple.
beat selection, right?
Yeah. Well, part of it I was gonna say is the aesthetics, like the sonic tapestry of it, like the type of beats you're using. But really, what it is
How would you describe, just like one sentence, the sonic texture of the beats?
it's like more now because it's changed a lot. It used to be slower. Now it's fast paced, bass heavy, with heavy percussion rolls. in it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay. And then lyrically, what defines it?
Lyrically, it's basically very vocal and direct detailing of gang activities, specifically targeting rivals.
that was a very white explanation. I really
Targeting
loved
rivals.
it.
That's not-
targeting rivals. You need to get up on that. I like that.
That's
he
not
didn't say killing ops. He said targeting rivals.
That's not a good way to describe it, though.
No, it is.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was very good.
And I don't like having proper vernacular being equated to white, by the way. That's like, you feel me?
I mean,
This guy,
but I feel
in the ghetto, I already know.
This guy is the ultimate social justice warrior.
No, I'm not. I just
listen.
No, I'm not.
I don't
Don't ever put that. I was just calling.
Invite to every BLM rally.
I was talking about how Lizzo's disgusting, bro. You can't put me under a blanket there, buddy.
Good point. Very good
Bro, I
point.
can almost guarantee you, bro. Lush got the biggest sign at every BLM rally.
No.
Right?
No.
Black Lives Matter.
I know Black lives do matter. Like, all, you feel me? Like,
Oh, you're not at the BLM rallies?
I mean,
Come on, Lush. You
I'm not
gotta
really,
be, man.
I'm not really like a protest kind of guy. I support in the essence, like when I think of social justice, I think of like the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
I fucking push that line heavy. Fucking purple-haired, privileged, fucking weird, sexually ambiguous bitches fucking crying. Is that social justice? That's not my brand of social justice. All right.
Hey, yo, listen, yo. That's how you
Okay.
listen. That's how you know y'all done fucked up. Like Black Lives Matter, like BLM. That's how you know y'all done fucked up. Like when the white liberals are no longer finding it socially cool to fuck with y'all know y'all fucked up.
I don't like being equated as being a white liberal
no?
either. I'm just me, fool. What the fuck?
okay.
I'm not under any umbrella like that.
Or are you like a Democrat or Republican?
I've only voted twice in my life.
Uh-huh.
Both was for Barack Obama.
Oh, come on, Lush. Like you have to understand why we would equate.
I was a registered Democrat. I'm not gonna front.
Hey,
I
man,
wasn't. You feel me? But nowadays, like
I've been voted for Democrats.
Nowadays, I have like different sensibilities.
Yeah.
Them folks is kind of on some weird shit now.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with it.
It's
bro.
changed a lot. When you were a Democrat, being a Democrat was reasonable.
Yeah.
What?
I've also heard the phrase, and I'm 40, so I'm even like past this right here. If you're conservative in your 20s, you have no heart. If you're liberal in your 30s, you have no brain. So,
if you're
anyways, Chief Keef. But
hey, Lush, listen.
I'm just here listening to this.
fuck with Lush,
This
man?
is crazy.
Yeah.
you don't fuck with what I'm saying, though.
I fuck with what you're saying. I'm letting you get it off.
I fuck with
Yeah,
You
we
feel
all
me? Like,
listening
you're
to you, brother.
At fucking college parties and shit like repping Ted Cruz. I'll have to side eye you, right?
You think he's going to UCLA and talking about fucking abortions to get pussy?
The thing is this though, like, yeah, I don't fuck with weird shit like that. You feel me? But also, like, it's generationally ingrained in me to like push that line. Like, I'm supposed to be a social justice warrior. Like, my parents marched with Martin Luther King and all that.
Really?
Shit. Yeah.
Your parents
Is that true? This is all sounding mighty convenient. Only voted twice for Barack Obama. Dad marched with MLK
It's
Jr.
a fact.
We let
It's a
Lush get
fact.
this shit off.
It's
dog.
a fact. It's a
It's
fact.
like a comedy bit, bro.
Was your great grandfather freeing slaves when they were coming in off the Atlantic?
Nah,
What's going on with
I
you?
was in Europe. Remember, I'm European.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
were.
regret the voting for Obama?
Nah.
And he kind of ushered in all of like the weird, freaky shit like we're seeing right now with the
Yeah, but it was
Stop it, Flacco.
Identification.
Hey,
with,
you know what? And
Stop it, Flacco,
fools can say what they
please.
want,
Yeah.
and this might sound lame or whatever, and,
Yeah.
and perpetuate this notion that you have that I'm joking right now.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to see the black guy win, and,
Oh,
and it made a lot. And it made
I like the honesty. It was refreshing.
and it made
No,
a
you
lot of.
laugh like that wasn't like when the black guy won. That wasn't what you were saying. Like, hold on, dog.
And the homies were happy, like everybody was happy, like. And then I voted for him again because it was like, all right.
and then
for
8 years
sure.
later, and now all the bullshit that he started with the
I'm not with the
this
fucking
and-
$10 gas prices and the president fucking falling asleep and fucking jacking off Ukrainians. All right,
No,
like
listen.
I get it. Like
It's past that, right? It's because of Obama. Like your daughter probably isn't gonna win any track meets ever. You feel me? Because of him.
because one of them alphabets because an alphabet's gonna win. You
Shit.
so,
So tell me a little bit about this, Flacco, because this is something I wasn't into politics during Barack Obama. A lot of people weren't because politicians were pretty reasonable. Like Bill Clinton, George W. Bush. I mean, yeah, George Bush invaded a fucking country.
Yeah.
Obama was dropping some drone strikes on random children in hospitals and shit overseas. But for the most part, the culture was pretty sane. If your neighbor was a Democrat or a Republican and you weren't, you got along with them. We didn't all hate each other. It did start to change I mean, it really changed in 2016, but I've heard it said before that critical race theory, all this gender stuff, identity politics came along with Barack Obama. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Because I don't know.
One, no, right? One, no. No, right.
You're walking right into the trap right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That no. Again, like me personally, right? I just felt like those were just simpler times, right? Because at those times, like that was kind of like where like the ushering out of the let's not speak about politics. That's when like that was like kind of a thing. Once Obama won, now
I asked the question, asshole. Why aren't you looking at me?
Oh, so sorry.
Drilling lush over here. There we go. Just like what like policies or what speeches, what did Barack Obama say that brought about the social justice era?
Yeah, right. So he like I think approved like a gay marriage. You feel me? Now like once that happened, like the kind of like the Pandora box opened up, right? Because again, man, like once you give any oppressive group, right? Like for example, like we all like start on this end of like the oppression spectrum, right? And like once we get equality, once it reach the middle, we run out of shit to ask for.
Yeah.
And Obama gave them everything they asked for. And now niggas started to like push that line of, we should be able to raise 12-year-old girls in a fucking track. Like, like,
you
don't
mean trans,
call me a herd, you feel me?
men, biological men go trans.
Yeah, right.
And then like in school, like teachers are trying to like flash kids their cocks. Well, I exaggerated a little bit.
Like
I exaggerated.
Right. So like once Obama actually gave them essential freedoms, they ran out of shit to actually ask for in terms of essential freedom.
But is that Obama's fault?
Yes.
Like, I mean, gay marriage doesn't bother me. I get what you're saying, though. You're so right that these groups, like, once they get what they want, that it's never enough. Like they're like a new letter or digit is added to the LGBTQ plus thing every single week. It seems like we just keep pushing.
Yeah,
this.
it's going all the way down the fucking alphabet. I don't even understand anymore.
It's a bit excessive.
Asexuals are like a protected category. Like we talked about this on Sledge Lords. Like if you don't get pussy now, you're like you're a queer gender.
Yeah, like
at what point are they going to be protecting pedophiles?
That's what people are worried about. Oh.
It kind of already started though, right? Well, Nembla kind of like started like the fight for like, like boy men love bullshit. And then like now like there's actually like
Nambla's definitely not like accepted in the mainstream.
Don't
fuck with that.
No, right? So
it's on site with a Nambla as far as I'm concerned.
Well, no, right? So like
stomping them out
here, right? Because like they kind of started that kind of thought process of this should be a sexuality, right thing, right? And now in 2022, there are groups now that are pushing for pedophilia should be classified as a sexuality because they are born attracted to certain things.
You see that teacher in Canada?
That's what I'm saying,
teacher in Canada with the giant tits?
Yeah, come on now.
There's a man teacher in Canada who identifies as a trans woman who's wearing like a watermelon-sized fake tits to class.
Like Triple G.
Which that person
he really has them, or like
absolutely. Yeah. And it's whatever you're imagining out to here, that you're probably imagining them too small. They're ridiculous. But the thing is that individual isn't having sex with children, but we're starting to toe the line of pedophilia when you're enacting your sexual fetishes in front of minors.
And this might sound like a joke, but this young lady got 25 to life for selling her child for a box of Nikes.
Well, to be fair, the shoes, the type of Nikes that she sold, were really trash.
I would walk off. I was about to say, I would walk off this fucking show if
they were trash.
Worth Nikes.
But a child might be worth some Ice Guava Union 4s. If they were Ice Guava Union 4s, I'm selling any relative I have.
They were white. Yeah. She was white.
Okay, well,
she was white. That's crazy, though. Yeah, pedophile shit is getting out of hand. For you to even take a child and to think you could trade a child for some Nikes is really getting out of fucking hand.
And the child was unfortunately subsequently abused, which makes the situation like.
Well, I mean, what do you think was going to happen? They were going to raise it with love after swapping it for some shoes?
Come on, man.
Like, come on, dog. This world is fucking sick, dog.
Yeah, it's twisted.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Obama presidency, so I'm genuinely curious, but I have heard that a couple times. Flocka, let's talk about more hip-hop. What's the next topic? Moving on.
That's in hip-hop right there.
Let's do the ESTG.
The ESTG shit? Yeah. Oh, yeah, ESTG. Okay, hip-hop. It's really getting crazy. If you're not friends with your other with your other fellow hip hop, rappers, if you're not friends with each other, they might charge you for a verse. You know what I'm saying? If you want a verse. So now it's happening. People really want their money because I feel like it might not be worth it. You feel me? Like if an artist says, if you come to an artist and want a verse and then the artist feels like it's not worth it or it might not be a hit, then they might charge you. I feel like if you guys have some type of camaraderie, if you have some type of friendship, then you might not get charged. And I feel like in Designer's case, he's definitely fell off. Designer, you're done for the night. You feel me? Like you're definitely done for the night. Fell off. Ask ESTG for
He's
a
popping.
verse. Which is popping. I feel like ESTG was like, nigga, you're not even really at popping. So charge him. So he definitely got disrespected. He was like, he felt disrespected, and he was like, bro, you not popping. Fuck you. So he started going off on him because he was charged. So then he started, saying he was a whole bunch of bitches, fuck you, this and that and the other. And I feel like that's just unfair because he feel like, he wants his just due. I mean, he wants his money. He'll feel like you popping, bro.
But
I feel like that's
the thing
cool.
is this: ESTG's not going to charge I Swear Vezo that.
I don't know because
You
we
feel me?
all
Like-
in the same category right now. We popping, we doing our thing.
Right. And on top of that, it's interesting because, like you said, Designer's fallen off. So he's not. This fool used to be on Good Music. He was under Kanye. He's with 2 Chainz.
He's already off, yeah.
Yeah. So he was popping at that time, and he's used to having budgets with his projects. And now he doesn't have like $75K to spend on, and he's probably salty about that. Like, didn't Dirk charge Meg Thee Stallion 500 racks or something crazy like that? Like,
Future.
Future. Yeah.
I'm 250.
Yeah, 250. All right,
Even
but
that's a budget to me. Like that's a deal.
100% though. Like, and that's for a Future verse, and Meg can afford that right now, so it makes sense. Like, ain't nobody trying to fund a Designer project to that degree. And also,
I got a question. When you buy a verse, are you buying that person coming onto your track and they lay down their own verse, their lyrics, their voice?
Yes.
You're not just selling a beat.
And
or
assuming
okay.
that this verse will take you over the top, maybe the number one, maybe Hot 100,
or add some street credibility to your album. In this
maybe
case,
add some street credibility for you, some attention to your album. Something is definitely worth it. You
Hell
feel
no!
me?
Look, wait. Again, like to me, $75K for ESTG ain't worth it, bro. Like,
no, it's not. But
yeah, right. ESTG just sold like what 33.
I feel like that was his way of pricing himself out of it because he doesn't want to do the record.
Then again, on and Designer's defense, then again, we probably was in the studio, we probably was talking, we probably was fucking around. You probably was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you the verse, I'm gonna fuck with you, this and that and the other, spewing out those fucking lies that the industry usually does. And he probably was like, give me the verse. Verse came back, he was like, oh, 75,000. He probably was like, you know what?
But T-Rell, you've been in the industry, like, it's not ultimately only ESTG's decision. He's a whole brand. He has a high overhead of a bunch of people that he has to take care of.
He definitely had the last decision.
He might have the final word, but
he does.
Is he necessarily setting that price though? Is that all on him? I don't think that's all on him. Like, there's, he's got
99.9%.
Yeah, man, come on now.
For sure.
And then on top of that, afterwards, then I guess Designer tried to capitalize off of it by talking shit, but then
and then walking it back because somebody gave him a call, man.
Exactly. He obviously felt the pressure.
Oh, let's keep it on music, y'all.
Oh, he got the call.
He for
let's
sure
keep it on music, y'all.
You trying to do that? Like, you trying to get? Because I can come to your house right now. This is the type of shit that happens at No Jumper too. We start talking shit, and people want to come to our house.
People have came to our house.
Hey,
Not lazy. Don't say nothing crazy.
No, here, right? But I've definitely seen like the I'ma fuck with you. I've personally seen T-Rell like enact that I'ma fuck with you, and then never, seen.
You ain't never seen me do no shit like that.
Come on, bro.
Who you see me do that shit to?
Hey, bro, I ain't trying to say no names right now, bro. But
say the name.
But I've seen T-Rell. Okay, listen, fuck it.
Say the name.
I'm saying, right?
bust it.
My nigga Jinx, man. You feel me, man?
Shouts to Jinx,
yeah,
dog.
bro. T-Rell
That's
told
my
him,
dog. He
told him,
just
bro,
texted
I'ma
me.
fuck with you. I ain't see you on my nigga podcast yet. Why?
First and foremost, motherfucker.
Shouts
Let me
to
tell you
Jinx.
this. Shout outs to Jinx. Shout out
My
to
nigga
Jinx.
Jinx a real nigga, man.
Yeah, he is.
And T-Rell told him, I'ma fuck with you. I ain't seen you on that podcast yet.
First of all these niggas was ignoring Jinx.
Who?
Adam,
Wow.
AD,
Wow.
Everybody was ignoring my
I've
nigga.
done his podcast.
You've done his podcast, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do your fucking podcast. I got something better for you.
Okay.
Come up here, get an artist, and come up here on No Jumper platform and interview him with me. You feel me?
Okay.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Shout out your name, tell people and direct them to your page or whatever you got going on. I did that twice for my nigga Jinx.
But
I know that's what he didn't tell you, because if he told you that,
nah.
Oh, I was about to say, I know.
I feel like
I know you didn't say that.
T-Rail's fucked with Jinx more than anyone over here besides me.
Obviously.
Wait though, but I do want to say this though. Again, even though he didn't tell me this though, I feel like you would have done more for his platform by going on there though. You feel me?
You think so?
Man, come on, bro. Like an interview.
I mean, a few views.
Yo,
you have 2 interviews here.
Like who?
And it lives forever.
No, that's way bigger.
Nigga,
Bringing him to know he wants to be on No Jumper. That's way bigger.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal, and I gave it to him.
And you sound like his fucking publicist, dog. Are you his publicist?
That's the goal. The goal is to be on No Jumper. But I would have did. I would have did a few. I would have did something for his platform.
I will say.
I gave him longevity for being here.
No, that's a bigger look. But I will say you should go on his pod because it's dope, and I think you'd have a good time.
I never said no, but I had another option.
Yeah.
He had Northside Navy come, and he had Spice One come, and those interviews are probably they'll be bigger here, and they'll live here, and I feel like he'll do better here.
I feel like a T-Rail
I would have done a
with
Spice
him,
one. That's fire.
It's gonna do like 100,000 views. You feel me? Like a T-Rail interview with him. You feel me? Opposed to like just some like random interviews here. You feel me?
I'll fuck with my nigga, but I feel like he told you that.
Hell no.
Why would you bring up Jinx?
Because Jinx was the last nigga that I seen you say, yo, I'ma fuck with you. Bro, listen, yo, T-Rail tell every nigga this thing, bro. Yo, T-Rail tell every nigga who comes in, bro. Yo, bro, it's the same thing, same tone, same everything. Oh, yeah, I'ma fuck with you.
But here's the thing, though.
I fuck with everybody.
No, but here's the thing, though. What should he do in that scenario? Do you like...
How do I say no to motherfuckers?
Or like...
Yo, I'm just too busy, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I feel like
I have trouble with that too.
Up, right?
I'ma fuck with you is ambiguous. That's like a way of saying like we'll see what's up.
Without like due time.
I have trouble with that too.
If you're somebody, if T-Rail said to me, I'ma fuck with you, I wouldn't take that as he's gonna actually fuck with me. Unless he like T-Rail was like, yeah, I'm gonna come on your pod. That's when I knew he was fucking with me. You feel me? He like you have to be a little more explicit. It's LA.
Cause even with you, Danny, you have your YouTube page. You're in a whole nother spectrum of what we do or whatever.
You deal with this too. This
dealing
is
with that, like people want to be on your vlogs. People want to fuck with you.
People want me to come on podcasts sometimes. In LA, it takes forever to get around. And sometimes it's a guy who he doesn't have video on his podcast and is literally going to get 50 listens. But he came on one of my videos and killed it. So I feel like I owe him something. But our time is valuable.
Exactly.
And 3 hours round trip to go do a podcast is a lot to ask of somebody if you don't have a platform that is mutually beneficial to both of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I deal with it a lot, and I'm bad at saying no sometimes. Overworking is definitely.
And don't you think that guy would rather be on your pod than have you come on his? Like,
yeah, it seems like it. Or, I mean, at the very least, it's a concession, and that guy can't really get mad if you like. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't make it to yours, but come on mine. Do an interview here to more people.
I feel less of a mother nigga, as I was saying, if I ignore you.
Remember when we were afraid to play that clip where they dropped an N-bomb?
I'm a real nigga. As the phrase. I would feel less of a real motherfucker if I ignored you, if I didn't answer you, if I just left you on red. Like I want to give you an answer, whether if it's no, whether if it's maybe. Maybe it's like, yeah, bro, I'll fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that shit. It just bothers my soul.
Also, too, is like, I can't help, like, for example, right, like, I have a team, right? So, like, when they, like, read certain DMs on, like, IG, right? And they'll tell me, yo, like, I, like, accidentally and open this shit. Bro, like, by the time I get to that shit, like, in, like, 3-4 hours, I forgot I have to look for it, right? So, a lot of niggas is left on red, right? But, bro, like, okay, so, like, everybody and, like, and their mom would say, yo, like, come on my podcast. But, like, again with Danny, bro, like, nigga, I don't got time to drive a fucking hour and a half to, like, fucking...
Come on my podcast, too.
It's just common decency, and you should just know, you should respect it because you came from that. You came from hitting motherfuckers up, DMing everybody till you got an answer, and then coming on this platform, nigga, because that was your goal. Don't say,
but hold on,
don't knock it down because you were DMing everybody, and then what if they didn't answer you?
Hold on, though. Respect it, yes. Does that mean he's obligated to fucking rock with everybody?
But he should have some type of compassion.
No, again, no.
But it's on them to be interesting enough for Flacco to want to go out of his way. Like Adam, I first collaborated with Adam here because I had this reputation as this crazy YouTuber who kept getting canceled, and it would be controversial, and it would get him views. And our first interview did get a ton of views. So he didn't come onto my podcast first. It wasn't like come be in one of my videos. I built up my platform enough, and that takes time and patience. And a lot of people don't have the fucking patience. It's just like, yeah, I put up 3 vlogs on my YouTube channel. I'm going to DM people now for collabs, and if they say no, fuck them. They're assholes. That's a shitty attitude. They got to have something to offer, Flacco.
Yo, bro, also to listen, bro.
They got to be hollering scratch. Let's keep it.
They got to be hollering scratch, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bro, like, yo, again, if people don't even understand this concept of like, and this is why I get so pissed off, right? If you're DMing me, DM me for like, yo, listen, I'm trying to fuck with you, cool. Like, if you pop it, I'll do it. If really not popping, don't got nothing going on, I probably won't, right? But don't DM me talking about, yo, can you have half, like T-Rel see this? Can you have Adam see? Nigga, get the fuck out my DMs, bro.
I don't like that shit either.
Get the fuck out my DMs,
I don't like
yo.
that shit. I don't like that shit.
I'm not showing no jumper, nothing you got going on, bro. Leave me the fuck alone.
That happens. It happens a lot. A lot of people do that with Adam. It does happen.
It's crazy, nigga. DM Adam, bro. Adam, look, again, here's a secret to everybody watching this. Adam sees every fucking DM, bro. Adam is one of the biggest guys who lives in his IG DMs. Adam will see your shit, nigga. You don't need me. No, listen, right? But the worst would be they would write I need promo, knowing I have to open up his DMs for like I need promo, and then say, yo, listen, I don't need promo, but nigga, come on.
Well, you
bro.
just made the problem 10 times worse.
Oh my god!
You just gave them the code.
Well, no, right? So I now have an automatic answer now, right? So where I don't even have to like filter through it, right? It's like they respond, I tell them like exactly what to do, and like if they don't like send in a cash app, I just don't never, you feel me? Like it back.
For all inquiries, like I got my manager Julio. Shouts to my dog Julio.
Yeah.
Holler at Julio for any serious inquiries.
Shit,
like,
listen,
It
bro.
is getting a bit obsessive. I was like, God damn, what do I
Yeah,
do
bro.
here?
Like
I don't know.
Like, bro. Like, if I could get you on no jumper, nigga, I'll probably, bro. I can't get you on no jumper. Like, I can't, bro. Like, I cannot get you a job on no jumper. like, come on, bro. That shit is annoying sometimes.
Danny, let me ask you this: are you religious?
I've become a little bit religious recently, I think.
Talking to Adam Moore.
No, that wasn't
he's
it.
a big atheist, so I just didn't want to be sitting next to another atheist. So I just wanted to ask.
Christian.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
led you into that?
I was reading a lot to help deal with my anxiety. And it wasn't bad anxiety. Like I wasn't doing anything crazy, but I was stressed out all the time from work, and it would make me less of a good person, and I would say and do things I would regret. And reading self-help books, I started to realize that they all basically point back to the Bible and to the Gospels and like the wisdom of Jesus. That those messages written in the Gospel, like he who has faith enough can move mountains. Like pray and believe you have received it and you will receive it. Those things are the foundation for all the books, like Think and Grow Rich, anything Tony Robbins has written. And then I read a book by this guy named Norman Vincent Peale called The Power of Positive Thinking. And Donald Trump quoted it as his favorite book, like way back in the day. I bought it in 2016, read it, and it was way too religious for me. It was talking way too much about reading the Bible and praying to God, and it just turned me off and I closed it. But then I read it again like a year or so ago, and it was so beautiful and so calming. And like I had such a connection to the author, and he just struck me as such a good guy. And there were like multiple passages where I just started crying because it just struck me as so true. And then that's when I like bought the Bible and started reading it more thoroughly. And yeah, I guess becoming more spiritual.
I respect it.
So you are a Christian. I can't fucking believe it. So all this shit you do on YouTube, all this racial shit, all this like crazy shit that people like want to cancel you for. Look at this man. He is a fucking Christian. So it's really bullshit. For a laugh.
Well, I mean, I wasn't this way. I wasn't so adjusted and spiritual when I was doing those bits in particular. But yeah, I mentioned at the beginning too that now I like my humor to like everybody to have a good time. Like some people are just fucking assholes and I'm gonna roast them in videos because they're being shitheads. But for the most part, if I can make the audience laugh, I'm laughing, and the people we're screwing with in the video are laughing too. That's the best case scenario.
Well, I feel like your humor like is only insulting to people that take themselves too seriously.
Sure, yeah.
That's what you're targeting essentially.
Sure. Yeah.
Is being pretentious.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I stopped, Tro, like I guess I stopped like picking on people for innate qualities. That's something I changed, like skin color, sexual preference, appearance, outside of what they can control. Like we can poke fun at Flacco and Lizzo for being a little bit overweight because they can change those things. But other than that, I like my jokes to be more like about your stupid skull cap and your fucking snow jacket and shit, or something stupid you just said. Right. So I guess like that's how things have changed. I'm just like, I try to be less of an asshole now, while like still working hard on the craft of being funny, because you don't need to be an asshole to be funny.
Are you religious?
Oh yeah, I try to be. You feel me?
Please tell him about your preacher.
He molested you.
For the show he did.
And then he probably tried to eat him while he did that. He's a cannibal, so it's really crazy.
It's like, my family's preacher. You feel me?
Okay.
Right? Because like I haven't been in Liberia for like what? Like I don't know, like 18, 19 years now. But you know, my family, you know, like it goes to this guy called General Butt Naked. Now he was a warlord. Now, in my country, like these warlords are just like legit just walking around now doing like normal and like average shit. They never got punished for it.
Yeah.
You know, so like he told
these are people responsible for thousands of deaths.
Yeah.
Attempted genocide.
When the Nazis moved to South America and just lived there after the war.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so like, you know, and he just chose a career of, you know, of preaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think it's too crazy, you feel me? But, you know, he definitely should be in jail right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Is this Butt Naked himself, Mr. Butt Naked?
Yeah.
So he fought wars, asshole naked, and
too, though,
ate
right?
people. And now he's the family preacher. Like, what are we talking about here? I mean, but fuck it.
Said,
Change
like,
your life.
he's in support of like a war court, like, you know, thingy, right? So he's for going to court and like proving or like, you know, or like fighting for like his like, you know, like he's like innocent. So he's for it, but I don't know why it hasn't happened yet.
Yo, but here's the thing, T-Rail, man. Who was next to Jesus on the crosses, bro? Who was next to Jesus when he was being crucified?
The people.
2 criminals.
Who deserved to be crucified, right?
That's not my point. My point is that Jesus is home, and one of those dudes, one of them other guys, he said, "You're welcome to come to heaven with me." He said that's one of the last things he said, right?
Yeah.
When he was in physical form. So with that being said, Jesus' fundamental message is about forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're able to kind of do whatever the fuck you'd be doing as long as you
Praying it up and keeping the faith.
You feel me? And then like, you can be forgiven.
Yeah, I mean, did you start praying too? Because you seen the devil.
Yeah. I've always been like very spiritual, but yeah, no, I'm way more religious than I've ever been.
Was it because of 12 steps? Was it because of AA?
Yeah.
NA?
Well, I like, you know, people say, and I believe this, and it's true in my case as well, that desperation is the catalyst of a spiritual experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the point in my life where I was desperate to change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been to 11 different treatment centers, you feel me, been locked up, had a bunch of fucked up shit happen to me, and I got to a point where I never wanted to change. Like I always thought that I was like a chronic relapser, that I'd been relapsing my entire life. But then I realized, no, I've never actually relapsed because I never had an earnest attempt at sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
Any period of time where I had to be clean due to whatever woman I was with, due to my parents, or due to the state of California telling me I had to be clean, I'm still trying to circumvent that however I can, drink this, do it, pop acid, you know, take acid, whatever I can do to get away with, you know, and drinking Golden Seal so I can fucking pass a drug test. Like at a certain point, like I was desperate to get sober and change my life. and through that, I had a spiritual experience.
Oh man, that's dope. Man.
Danny, would you ever? How do you feel about interracial relationships, and would you
Hate
ever
'em.
fuck with a black woman?
I've already hooked up with several black women.
Lizzo.
My girlfriend. I have. I'm ready to announce now. I've been fucking Lizzo for the past 4 months. That'd be awesome. That'd be a great come up for me. All this shit I'm talking about Lizzo. If Lizzo picked me, like, as her little white boyfriend, oh my god, that'd be so great for my career.
You'd eat the ass.
But my girlfriend's a quarter Asian. I like to remind everybody of that. So they
How
know I'm not-
progressive.
I very. But yeah, I don't give a fuck about interracial relationships. I don't like
Me
people.
either.
Do people have a problem with that still?
I don't know. I mean,
Not a problem, but I
predominantly
don't
white
think-
people.
Yeah.
What do you? I feel like Flacco's gonna have some fucking conservative ass take on
I
this.
just don't date
Flacco's-
white women, so, but
Flacco-
there's no issues with it.
I feel like you would love to have a white girlfriend, bro.
I don't
Like,
date. No, listen, I don't date white. Like I don't
Why?
date- huh?
Why? Because you want your kids to grow up in a certain culture? Because I can. That's valid.
Or are you
Like,
not
I
attracted to them?
Well, again, I date for marriage, right?
Yeah.
And and I just wouldn't, like have a white wife. I just wouldn't feel
because you wouldn't fit in with your family and your rituals and your
we're
practices.
different cultures.
Yeah.
Right. Like it just wouldn't be a great mixture.
Sure, but what?
Especially me as an African guy.
See, yeah, you coming from where you do, like you were born in Liberia. Yeah, so that's different. But I mean, if for instance, if you're like a conservative Christian white guy and you marry a black conservative Christian girl, then that can work. But for you, I get like how a white chick can never replicate where you came from.
Would you fuck with an albino?
A Liberian albino, dude.
Culturally,
Yeah.
if they're culturally African, yeah, you feel me?
What about a South African bitch, white chick?
Well, like my girl currently is Cameroonian, so
You have no girlfriend, dog. Why are you lying, dog? What are you talking about? Does she live with you currently?
no.
Where does she live? Where does she stay?
She stays where I came from. You feel me? Like
Dakota?
Here, right? So like she currently has like a residency thing in like Minnesota, so she's back and forth.
Okay.
A residency.
Have you?
thing.
Terrell, you're pretty skeptical of
Have
it.
you-
I can see it on your face.
Have you knocked it down before?
No.
You have not knocked it. Now I believe him because he says that.
What?
What do you believe? What? Because he hasn't fucked yet.
Yeah, I believe that he hasn't fucked.
If he was lying, you would have said he would have fucked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how far does that? How
Yeah,
far
that's not what
does
I'm
that
saying.
go though to have a long distance relationship and not be sexually active with your significant other?
Well, again, like we don't plan on it being like too, like long distance for like too long, right? Things work itself out. Again, though, like.
Hey, can I ask
just
a
feel like
question
the
though?
African- Yeah, sure, go ahead.
What if, and I don't want to put this on, there's no disrespect
Yeah,
to
of
her.
course.
Sure, she's a lovely young woman. This is what I don't get about like meeting people online and shit like that. What if it's finally that big night and you pull down the drawers and her box is just humming like tuna fish, bro? You still gonna wipe her up? Like,
Oh, yeah. Like,
Humming like
no,
tuna
bro, listen
fish.
though, right? No, and like here's the main difference between, I guess, like Western
her
culture.
pussy on stank and you still wifing it.
I feel like here's the main difference between like Western culture, right? Like y'all kind of like, or like joy driven, right? Like where you guys like kind of like
Salute.
do things because it brings you guys great joy, right? Like, for example, marriage,
Hedonists.
right? Y'all guys like kind of like go through marriage because you love somebody and shit like that, right?
Oh, okay. That's where you're going with it. Sure.
For me, marriage is more so like it's a real political, right?
Sure.
It's for child reproduction, family mixing, and shit like that, right? If she checks off every box, like for example, her family has no serious like illness, right?
I thought he said Syrians.
Right? She's smart. She's athletic, right? So like we can reproduce like the ultimate human. Right? She comes from like a great family, has a great career, shit like that. I feel like those things like meet my like checklist before I have to worry about a stinky box that can be
Even if the genetic proclivity of a stank box is now in your gene pool and potentially for
That's true.
generations, like
Dude.
I don't feel like there's Like there's like a stinky box gene. You feel me?
Oh, it's genetic, dude. It's a serious condition.
T-Rail,
No.
T-Rail,
It's hygiene.
It's over with, baby.
T-Rail, I need your thoughts
Pussy
on.
stink is done.
It's
Yeah,
hygiene.
yeah, it's a
Going to
Rizza.
the house.
It's a
Have you
Rizza.
guys ever bought pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've fucked. Those I've had sex with a couple black hookers actually.
Ah, this thing crazy. So you bought some black pussy. So you really love this shit.
I bought white pussy too. That sounds bad.
No,
I
you
bought
bought-
black pussy. It sounds
Oh, yeah.
it sounds very slave mastery kind of thing.
But how much was the pussy, man?
The pussy was $40.
Damn, bro, that's cheap. That's welcome wagon prices
It
right
was-
there.
How much have you paid?
That shit not cold,
Oh.
dog.
It was an unbelievable fucking night.
Wow,
It
okay.
was-
Where was it when you bought pussy?
Okay, so this is it's not that long of a story, actually. I was in Vegas. I used to hang out with the Team Alpha Male Fight Team. They're based out of Sacramento. They were really big like a decade ago. They had a lot of guys who were champions in the UFC or fighting for the belt in the UFC. Uriah Faber is the most notable among them. Well, I'm up there in Vegas for somebody's fight. I forget who. And I'm sharing a room with our Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach, who's this giant Brazilian black man who barely speaks English. And he's a complete pussy hound. And when I get back to our room after the club, it's 3 a.m. and he's not back yet. And I know he's out trying to get fucking laid. 15 minutes later, I hear the door crash open. And then I hear the sound of just sucking, like... It escalates.
ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR, dude. I'm hearing that with my supersonic hearing through the bedroom.
Yeah.
Eventually, like I hear a woman kind of like moaning and kind of like, oh yeah, stop. Oh, you a bad boy. And then this fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach comes around the corner. He's like, Poa. That's how he talks. My nickname back then was Giraffe in jiu-jitsu because I'm just like this tall, skinny white guy. He's like, Poa, Giraffe. In the bathroom, bro, there's a hooker. You give $40, bro, Giraffe. She suck your dick, bro. I think she make you suck. And so I'm like, oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna go down and get $40 right now. Just fucking barge down to the ATM, come back with $40, get out $40 exactly, come into the room, and there's just a big, like about Flacco size black woman sitting up on the sink. And
Sitting on the sink.
yeah, I apologize to the
And you
Palms
brush your teeth
Casino
in
Resort.
that fucking sink.
Absolutely, yeah, it was bad, dude. I fucking.
So you fuck or just got your dick sucked?
So she comes out into the main bed area, and my jiu-jitsu coach like, Paul Giraffe, I give you some time, bro. He goes into the bathroom, and she puts a condom on me and starts blowing me, and I'm just super uncomfortable, like just getting my dick sucked, no pleasure at all. And then fucking the jiu-jitsu coach rounds the corner filming me. He's like, oh, Giraffe, she's sucking your dick, bro. I tell you, bro.
So you got a fucking porn out here. That's
crazy.
why Adam loves you, dog.
Dude, more than
you
one.
have a fucking.
I thought you was in
porn.
porn, low key.
Huh?
Dude, it's getting there.
I've seen Danny Mullen get his dick sucked.
Up high.
What?
Up high. That was a
seen
white
What the
chick.
fuck kind of shit you got going
And
on?
that was
dog?
free. It was
Yeah.
On OnlyFans?
No.
no, it was in person, dude. I gotta make sure he respects me.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
You
It
were
was
there too?
No. You showed it to me in person.
Yeah, it was Adam and I on Sledge Lords did a bit where I applied to be a porn star and I had all this like evidence that I would make a great performer. And my buddy filmed me brushing my teeth and getting blown back in 2013 in college by some white chick, and I showed Flacco.
Yeah.
Wow. How does your girlfriend feel about this shit right now?
She-
Amateur porn.
She knew I was a dog back in the day.
And
Yeah.
he's rich, so she has like very minimal choice, right?
I wish I like you calling me that. I think rich is an exaggeration. I'd be rich if we lived in Kansas, but in LA, definitely not.
How much you have right now in your account?
Ooh, I for security reasons, I don't like talking about that.
Come
but
on.
I would say
We see the coat, homie. Come on.
yeah, this
Million plus, right?
$40 H&M
No,
fake
no,
fur
no.
coat.
It's the same cost as a blowjob. That's priceless.
Yeah, I didn't
Be
think
real.
about that.
$1 million plus.
No, not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. Yeah, dude.
God
It's-
damn, Danny, that's kind of that's disappointing.
dude. It's
what the fuck? Like,
well with
All right,
taxes.
pocket watcher.
With taxes, dude, with rent out in LA, we put a lot of the money back into the business with employees. It starts going quick, and I'm responsible with my money, dude. But yeah, I just like all the money I make that's mine that I save, I just invest it in stuff.
right back in.
Yeah, so
He's
I
a
don't.
man with a vision.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing the long game, dude.
Yeah, Danny, if I find out that you are down to your last 20,000 in your account, I'll be disappointed.
No.
Why?
Come on.
You have to make investments. You ain't made no investments yet. See, he don't fucking know.
Yeah,
he ain't got no employees yet. He ain't got the business. He don't know how, one day it's doing great and then one day,
that
we're
shit
here.
happens, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then we have to
Shit happens.
maintain.
Especially in this
shit
business,
happens,
dude.
dog.
This business is unpredictable, dude. This isn't like being a plumber or fucking being, I don't know, some other job where you're always going to have work. Pipes are always busting. Dude, you got to save your money. And then also, I don't know if you've cut your first big tax check yet, but that shit sucks.
Bro, I've gone from being up I've been a couple hundred bands up, and then within a matter of a few months, and this is not because of drugs, like on some business shit, couple hundred bands up to being like 50 grand in debt.
Why do you like?
That's an extreme swing. How did that happen?
It happens though. It happens.
How? Like you just.
He was doing meth and coke.
Completely undrug.
He gave it to the devil, baby, dude.
Completely undrug. Because if you have endeavors that are funded by investors, and then something happens to your investors' liquidity, and they like no longer have that, and you want to continue your business being in motion, sometimes you're gonna have to supplement that income with your own money, and then that winds up like.
Yeah, man. You know.
What
really
the man
frugal.
say? Wins and losses come with being bosses, right?
I can tell you're really frugal.
I'm really frugal.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, but you're not frugal with what you eat.
No, like
You definitely like eating good, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why
it shows.
Lizzo fan,
and
fat
that's
shame.
why I'm
T-Rail.
right now too, though, because
Yeah,
ate,
Mr.
very
Defend
badly.
Lizzo, you bastard.
I'm skinny. I have to.
Me too.
Man.
What,
Can you picture T-Rail fucking Lizzo, dog? Can we
I
get
love
some
it.
memes of that?
dude, you would
Can
make
we get
sweet
some
love.
memes of that? Like,
You would have your tongue so far up her ass.
With that being said, this
Lizzo
is
on
Dope
top.
Jumper.
Lizzo on top.
We getting the
Monday
fuck
show,
out of
man.
here, dog.
Hey, before we dip, just got to say, to address something that happened on the last episode, shouts to, I want to apologize for a misconception. I got nothing but respect for MTA Graffiti Crew. Those are the homies. Shouts to Scheme. Shouts to Simple. RIP, Rest in Pain, OJ. And shouts to my big brother, Rezik, who will be coming on my podcast and chopping it up to clear up some of the misconceptions or whatever people think about MTA from the last interview, but it's all love, and I apologize for anything that was taken out of context. Much love to all y'all.
No, somebody died too. You want to go over that and tell them RIP?
Oh yeah, and rest in paradise to the homie Pat Stay. Very, very prominent, dope battle rapper from Canada who had an untimely demise, leaving behind his wife and 2 children.
Yeah.
He got shouted out by Eminem. Eminem said he was one of his favorite rappers. Got shouted out by Drake, and we got some really dope things planned for him. There's a GoFundMe, to help look after his kids. I encourage anybody that's interested to seek that out and to donate. And yeah, that right there.
Can you scroll all the way up, Riley? Yeah, before we get out of here.
Before he goes,
at the bottom, to the bottom, to the
Before-
bottom, to the
before we
bottom,
talk
to the
about
bottom, to the bottom, to the bottom.
What?
Lizzo getting
To the-
fucked by.
That's fucked up. Let me see. RIP who?
Oh yeah.
Go back up. Let me see. Okay. All right.
Yup.
All right, make sure we got. So RIP my nigga Key Riches. RIP my nigga G.I. Joe too. That's not my nigga, but I actually listened to his music. I actually didn't tell him before he died because I really actually didn't think he really gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But RIP that to that young man. You feel
And it's
me?
crazy
And
listening to G.I. Joe's like song about like his dead homies and Nip and all that in retrospect when it's like now he's dead too. That's always like extra haunting. You feel me?
I know what's crazy too is Conrad from the Ave was supposed to get me the G.I. Joe interview. Like probably like 24 hours before that happened too. You feel me?
Comrade's fire, man.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, RIP these guys, man. So, all right, man. That's the No Jumper Show. I'm glad I was here with you guys. Danny, it's been a pleasure.
Are you really, though?
You know what I'm saying? I actually enjoyed myself.
Let's get him out of here,
This
man.
is new for me. You see me, Flacco?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Enjoy myself.